Hi, chat. What's chessboxing, you might ask? That's a great question, chat. So chessboxing is this weird, crazy sport that people do. It's not very big, but it is a sport that people participate in, where you play chess for, let's say, 2 minutes, and then you box for 90 seconds. And then you go back to chess for 2 minutes, and then you box for 90 seconds. Then you go back to chess, then you box, then you go back to chess. So it's it's 4 chess matches, bookended by 3. Oh, sorry, it's 3 boxing matches, bookended by 4 chess matches. And the first person to get a checkmate or knock the opponent out wins. That is chessboxing in the very classic, literal sense. Ludwig DMs me May 20th, 2022 at 3:08 p.m. And this is in response to a message. I sent him a message January 2nd, and I was like, hey, would you like to do a map randomizer of bros versus pros? I think it'd be a great idea. Here's all these details. Here's everything else. I didn't get a response, and I was like, you know what? That's okay. It was kind of a weak sort of... it was kind of a weak proposal anyways. So he then replies to it 4 months later. 4 months later, saying, oh, is the map randomizer out? That's so cool. Anyways, would you also ever box a human in real life with your fists? So I said, yes. And yes. So it was a great start. I mean, because I was like, you know, fuck it. Why not? It sounds like a really fun time. I've done crazier things. Sure. And little did you get, I don't know if this is like public or anything. But I wasn't supposed to face Toast. So I ended up facing disguised-toast. But I wasn't initially supposed to. Ludwig initially pitched this to me as like, I was like, there's nothing, oh, my response was yes and yes, and there's nothing I'd like more than to kill a man. I just want to make it very clear that, I did not like want to murder anybody. I said that as clearly a joke. All right. But Ludwig's, you know, replied, and he said, okay, would you like to fight Jacob Alpharad? And I was like, down. That sounds fun as hell. That sounds great. Because why not, you know? Turns out, Jacob did not want to do it because boxing is a very dangerous sport. And among a ton of other reasons, which are totally understandable and everything, he was like, no. And Ludwig eventually also came up to me. I was at like some party or something, and he was like, okay, remember when I said that I proposed that you would fight Alpharad? He was like, let's not do that. And I was like, no, that sounds like fun. I'd love to do that. And he's like, no. Jacob Alpharad's like, what, like 6'1"? And has like, what, like 20 pounds on me? Actually, we might, yeah, something like that. He's like, that's not a good fight. Like, he's like, regardless of what happens there, you're going to get your shit kicked in. Because we're varying heights and weights. So he's like, that was like a bad proposal. So what would would you rather, like, I would rather you face off against disguised-toast. And I was like, all right, that sounds fine. That sounds like totally okay. And then it goes into the fact that I'll show you the exact thing. Disguised-toast, I watched a little bit of his Hearthstone stuff back in the way days. And specifically, he was the one that got me into streaming. Like really got me into streaming. It wasn't like, okay, you know, I was like inspired by like, you know, I really want to. There was like other people that I was like, wow, I love their content. I really want to see if I can do something similar in other games, etc. And this was the video that really got me into it. And it's gonna sound like super like grubby of like, ooh, God. But this was like what made me realize that Twitch 4 years ago was YouTube in like 2013. Like a very early days of like live streaming. And I wanted to do it. I wanted to, you know, I've always had like a passion for content creation. Hell, when I was like 11, I made Minecraft videos on YouTube because I was like, that sounds fantastic. It was cringy. I talked like this. Let's go get our leather boots. Like my balls didn't drop. I was very much like, you know, I can't show the videos because I'm literally like, well, actually, no, you know my first name, last name. I was like, I'm Eric Marino from school at address. I took I told you, I think I said this like a couple, on the channel anniversary or something. Kid you not. And then like in the middle of the video, I get like a Skype notification. Remember Skype? I got a Skype notification up here, and it was from person that would be doxing. And then I took the fucking call, right? And during the video, didn't know how to edit. And then I was like, I can't talk right now. I'm editing for a YouTube, I'm filming for a YouTube video. And then I hung up. So no, I can't show the video. It's not even like I can cut out every video. It's like taking a Kendrick Lamar song and censoring all the swear words, right? It can't. If I be like, that's how it would be basically. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I always had like a passion for content creation, and this video from Toast is what made me realize that YouTube was in its infancy, or Twitch was in its infancy. It was how much money do Twitch streamers really make? And it was like actually like a very well written video on like how it actually like goes about. And it was very like in depth and detailed. And I was like, this was like actually genuinely like good. And I watched them already on Twitch a little bit. So I was like, sorry, I watched them a little bit on YouTube. I didn't watch them on Twitch. I actually didn't watch like any Twitch before I started streaming. So that's like what kind of got me into it, because I watched some of his YouTube stuff, and then like that was like that, and I was like, you know what, let me try out live streaming. I messaged him. So Ludwig and put me and Disguisedtoast into a group chat. Let me see if I can find it. But essentially, let me see if I can. I actually don't know. No, it would be boxing. Yeah, DT versus PC boxing. That's what it was. So, yeah, basically, Ludwig was like, "Hey, we have, we're a couple months out. Throwing you in a group chat. Can you update where you guys are for weight?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm like 156 pounds. I'm like 156." And then, I was like, "Nice to meet you, Toast. You got me into streaming." And Toast replies saying, "You're gonna thank me by beating me up." And then I replied by saying, "They say never to meet your heroes." Sorry about that, man. Chat, I do implore you, if you ever see me in real life, please don't punch me in the face. It was like a one-time thing only, all right? It was a one-time gig. So we were supposed to meet at 148 pounds for the difference. Turns out, so that means I had to lose 8 pounds. And I didn't lose 8 pounds. I didn't. But I did lose 6. So I ended up being like right on the edge of like, I was like 149, 150. And let me show you guys the before and after pictures. So here's what I looked like before and after boxing. So this was about 5 months of work. So this was like this morning, basically. And this was about 5 months ago. Yeah. Not bad, right? Not bad. I've been working hard on this. Like every single morning since basically, I'd say like the beginning of June. Mid-June. Say mid-June. He got taller? Okay, no, I didn't get taller. It's just bad zooming. I didn't... Okay, it's not like I didn't grow taller, chat. Like, that's not how that worked. So that's the front, and this is the side. So you can see here. This is me not flexing for both. I want to make that very clear. This is me relaxed. I didn't, like, flex for one and not the other. So you can see the 6 pounds kind of just came from the stomach. So it's not what it used to be like. I used to have like a full-on like cut 6-pack. But yeah, not bad, right? Not bad. Probably a lot of bloat. Probably a little bit. Probably a little bit. Yeah. 5 months of work for that. We were supposed to meet at 148, but I ended up only losing 6. I think Toast gained 2 to 3. It's a lot to ask too, because Toast was a little bit weightier a couple years back, so it's a lot to ask somebody. He's lost a lot of weight. He's cut. He's lean. He looks great. So it's a lot to ask somebody who's like gone through that huge transformation to gain more weight. So it was kind of on me to lose a lot more. Because over time, it's easier to lose weight in this case, you know. So pretty good. Now you don't need to do boxing. This is look in the future. I probably will continue to box. We're getting ahead of ourselves. I'll probably continue to box. Rip Dumpy. No, okay, the Dumpy's still there, guys. it's literally like I'm wearing baggier. Okay, I'm not gonna go with this. This is more form-fitting shorts. Shut up with the Dumpy, alright? I'm not proving it. I'm not literally showing my ass on stream. Anyways, so I'm probably going to continue boxing, but I'm not going to be sparring in any case. Mainly because you'll see soon, but it's the concussions, man. Like I can't do it. Head trauma does not work with me. It frankly doesn't work with anybody. All right, it's not there. But I got really concerned, like extremely concerned. Yo, Shane, thanks for the tier 3 for 35 months. No dumping my last resub. Oh god, I'm not convincing you guys. I still have my ass. Calamity Gaming and Creating, thanks for the 21. Persei 8, thanks for the 14 months. Emma Raka, Lovely Geneva, Leader J Star, Anonymous, and Libertinian, Rosie Cat, Mango Guy, thank you so much for the subs. Anyways, so I lost a lot of weight for this. Let me see. This was like one of my first times sparring. Let me show you guys this. This was early, so this was like in July or so. I'll show you, like, we're gonna go through like a progression of the beginning of my actual like fighting to like the end. It's actually insane. It's ridiculous. Oh, I don't think I can play it. Oh, okay. I can't play the music because there's actually some copyrighted music playing in the background. So we're gonna play this instead. Yeah. Or just imagine like a Rocky montage. Yeah, just imagine like Eye of the Tiger. It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the thriller, right? You know. But this is like one of my first times like sparring. And so Ricky's awesome. So this is my coach Ricky. He's he's world champ in like a bajillion different weight classes. He's insane. I do not know all of his I don't know his full credit of like everything he's done because he's done so fucking much. He's insane. Credentials, that's the word. Thank you, Liz. I don't know his full credentials because he's done so much. So let me show you this. So this is one of my first times. He mentioned to me, and I fully believe this, the only time that I hit him is the only time he allows me to hit him. So if I throw a jab and then a straight, right? It's because he's like, you deserved that hit, and I let you hit me. There was one time, I don't have the footage for this, but I was sparring with him, and he was like, I doubted that. I was like, no, I can clearly hit you. And he's like, all right, sure. And I throw just like good 10 punches, and this man's just like dodges. I'm punching air. I end up punching air for the full flurry. I couldn't hit him at all. He's ridiculous. He's insane. I know, an absolute giga chat. Fountain Basket, thanks for the 6 months. Lynn, thanks for the 11. For tier 2, thank you. So this is one of my, for the first times. You can see specifically with my footwork, it's not good. It's really not good. I'll go in, yeah. Okay, he's I love Ricky, right? Because all right, he's showing me what I was. Fucking, you know, it's just oh my god. Anyways, you'll see this. Dragging me, I mean, hey, he's a good friend and an awesome coach, right? So you can see here, oh, see that? Look at that. Look at that punch right there. So I go in, and for some reason, I become a little ballerina. I lift up my foot, and I start doing the sugar plum parry. You know, what is this? What is this? Where is my... That's the thing, right? So whenever you're like, let me show you this. Whenever you're boxing, you want to stay grounded. You want to like stay powerful, strong, right? And so there was a short that Ludwig released on his YouTube channel of who's the strongest YouTuber in the world, and I somehow am the thumbnail behind it with 311. You know, he had all of us do a punching machine because he was sponsored by Dave & Buster's, and which was awesome. The whole thing was on every single Dave & Buster's in the world. I don't even know if Dave & Buster's is outside the U.S., but it was. So the thing with this, can you rewind a short? Do you have to just like refresh? That's annoying. Yeah. So the thing with this is it's like a really inaccurate thing. So a lot of the comments are saying, oh, why are all the boxers getting really low scores? It's because we, first off, didn't want to injure ourselves by just, you know, punching a bag. But then also look at Ludwig right here, right? So he's going to do this. Bah! Right? He's shifting his entire weight. He's doing this. Right? He shifts his entire weight over to throw a punch.
Tested YouTubers to see who was the strongest.
Is this even loud enough? That's probably fine. Right, so he gets, yeah, so you can see here, everyone's like staying pretty solid, like on the ground. You see that with like Myth? He just stays solid, like right there. So Myth, pretty powerful punch. It's just like not like, it's just not meant for the machine. So that's one of the things here is like, you're not throwing your weight. You don't want to throw your weight through it, and that's how you do the machine. Is like you want to punch with your entire like all 150 pounds of me. Versus boxing, where you want to stay still, bah, you know. So then, you know, if they punch you back, you don't fall over. So me doing the little sugar plum fairy here is like awful. I'm going on a little rant here, but hey, that's today's stream, and if you don't like it, then well, that sucks. I'm sorry. Right? So you can see that right there. So my footwork's abysmal, as you can see here. And I'm not throwing punches. Right? You see my leg keeps going up. And my guard is so down too. Like, look at this. I throw a punch here. And what's guarding my face? Right? Because that's one of the things too, right? So like if it's like you do contact hits too. So let's say like you feel a punch right here, right? You want to immediately punch back. It's like a reaction, because if you're punching here, you're not guarding here, right? There's nothing guarding you if you do that. So it's an easy just boom boom. It's like a counter. There's no counter here. Let's hope you improved. Oh, you'll see. How hard was it without your glasses? We'll get to it. But fine. Like, I was fine. I don't think anybody boxed with contacts. Like, at all. I don't think anybody did. But that was, like, part of the concern. Like, I didn't want to... One girl did? No, who? No. I don't think Andrea or Dina require glasses. Unless Dina does. Dina do. But, like, that's the thing. Is, like, I don't want my contacts to, like, get knocked out. Oh! Overtflow did. Overtflow. I think one of his contacts ended up coming out. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to do that. I haven't worn contacts, like, in my life. It's not something I've done before. And so I wasn't, like, comfortable getting into a fight, like, with, you know, me just, like, getting punched and everything, you know? Anyways. So you can see, like, that's me. Maybe I'm talking too much, right? But I'm not doing too hot here. But let me show you this too. Over the months, I get better and better and better. I go from doing it like 3 days a week, like practicing, training 3 days a week, to 4 days a week, and 5 days a week, and then 6 days. Like, it just continued up and up and up and up until we got to the fight. The Droop, thanks for the 16 months. Brain B, thanks for the 10 months, you know? So it's like, you know, training more and more and more and more, which is why I became so, you'll see it more in a second too, but it's why I became so sporadic with my streams and my videos. It's because I didn't have time. Like, I was like, I want to win. I want to, like, genuinely win at this boxing match. And I was like, you know what? Like, I can put streams and YouTube on the back burner. And let me, like, get punched in the face every morning. I don't know. I tried my best with it. I hope that my effort showed. Yeah, I'll put it there. Fizzy-L, thanks for the 11 months. Anyways, so over the course of the time, I get better and better and better. So here's a sparring session. Here's a sparring session with Hugs, with Hugo. So if you guys remember Hugo, he's the one who faced off against Toph, and Toph was his match was a round one TKO, aka they did a 2 minutes of chess, and then Hugs won in boxing. Straight up. There wasn't any there wasn't 3 rounds of boxing, there wasn't like 4 rounds of chess. No, it was super quick. It was like just on the riff. Let me show you this. Let me see if I can. It was ridiculous, actually. So I sparred him. Where's his round? Fastest chess boxing knockout ever is what Ludwig's clickbait this as.
Steady punches.
Yeah.
I really like.
So this is Hugo right here. This is Hugo. This is the guy who I sparred here. Ruthella, thanks for the 27 months. Thank you.
He is
right?
slipping side to side, working his way inside of Toph's
Ooh.
a nice bully of a jab coming in.
Ooh, to the body as well.
Past the guard of Toph. Toph good with his nice quick jab keeping.
I mean, just look at this, dude.
A nice
Look at this.
flip and lead hook.
Oh, right there. Oh, and it was over, right? It was crazy. So I fought him. In a spar here. So I'm a little bit better. I'm actually throwing punches this time a little bit. My stance is better. You see that? You saw that? Wait. You can see that I'm actually like trying to dodge punches. Right there. It was a little bit late. Right, he would have hit me. But I was still trying to. You'll see this in a second. Oh shit! Right, the right left. It was crazy, dude. That went hard. I didn't even know. Okay, the thing with sparring too is like I don't remember much, and you'll see why I didn't remember much in this fight. Yeah. But as you see, I'm not throwing too many punches. And you see that? You see that? That's another thing. Huge weakness of mine. Huge. This is one of the reasons why I never posted video of me boxing online, because Toast did. He posted a full video of an entire sparring session. Like, I think it was like 3 rounds against Michael Reeves. I studied that so much. One of the reasons I didn't post was because like it would show my weaknesses, and I had a pretty big weakness that we ended up, finding out, and also keeps them guessing. I wanted, but going into the fight, a ton of people were like, PointCrow's gonna get fucking murdered. Have you seen that guy? Right? Like he's like a stick, and I was like, oh no, I'm just a sleeper, like literally you can't, I just wear baggy, whatever. It's my pump cover, as it were. So it's like a lot of people were like PointCrow's gonna get fucking murdered. He's gonna get actually like destroyed. And I kind of wanted that going in. I wanted the surprise of like, oh, PointCrow's fucking sick, dude. So I'll show you this again, but here's my extreme weakness. I told this to Toast afterwards. So you see, I don't know if you see it here, but when I'm punching, you see this? You see, this is my jab. It's my jab, right? So it's right here, right? Boom, boom, Oop, boom, boom. I did this. Boom. Why is this going down? Why is my guard going down? Boom. Like I'm doing this. You see this? You see this right here? He just comes at me with a hook. I'm dead. Like I'm gone. I'm literally gone. The biggest weakness I had, and Toast started capitalizing during the match. We'll play that through. But Toast started capitalizing through that because he noticed it. But if he noticed it from the beginning, I would have been done. There was no guard there. You see that? What is this? What the fuck is this? Do you see this? You see this? It's crazy, dude. What? All right, let me skip ahead a little bit to the end of the fight right here. Spoilers, I actually just don't throw like any punches throughout this entire thing. And that was another huge thing that like I had problems with, was whenever I would throw like a jab or anything, like my guard would go down, right? That's just how it would work for me. Another thing was that when I was spar, I wouldn't throw punches. Like I'd throw like a 1-2 and then that was it. And then I'd wait. I don't know what I was waiting for, but I wouldn't throw anything. That was the one thing Ricky said, like kept telling me the entire time. It was like, throw your goddamn, like throw punches. Throw punches. Like what are you doing? I just wouldn't. So you can see here, I'm not throwing anything. That was another thing. I would do this. It was a lot of like glaring things. But you see, I'm not throwing anything. I'm just taking it. I'm just throw a punch. Throw a punch. Yeah, so that happened. It didn't look much, but after getting beat down for like 1 minute and 40 seconds, I don't know what it was, but that one felt different. That punch felt pretty different. 'Cause it like stunned me basically. I ended up full disclosure here. I ended up going home. I didn't stream that day. I turned all the lights off, and I'm pretty sure we're kind of sure there was a little bit of a concussion there. It wasn't huge. So yeah. I had a small headache as well. I ended up crying on the way home, actually. Serious. The Connor Esports, I know, right? I ended up crying on the way home. I haven't really told anybody this. Hugs doesn't know this. Because I thought I performed so badly in this spar. This is my first time sparring somebody who wasn't my coach. Because I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna disappoint everybody. I was like, I spent 5 months on boxing. I had like one of the best coaches, and still I couldn't like genuinely, like I couldn't throw a punch. I kept getting hit. I got like I felt like I had a minor concussion during that time. And I was like, fuck, like I'm going to go out there. Toast is going to kill me. And then I'm just going to get shit on by the internet again. And I say again because every single time I've gone mainstream, every single time like my streams have blown up or anything, I get shit on for some reason. But it's mainly the same reason. And I think we all know what that same reason is. So I was like, wow, can't wait for that to happen again. Happens every couple of months. So I started crying. Cause I was like, fuck, sucks. Turns out, well, I know now, obviously. Number one, I had some pretty good dodges in there early in the match. Like right over here. Like, where was it? I had some pretty good dodges early on. I think it was, yeah. Also, I ended up seeing Hugs' fight against Toph. The fuck? Like I fought literally like one of the best boxers in the entire event, and I held my own. Although like I'm pretty sure like we actually went on for like another like 2-3 rounds after this, because I was like, it's fine, whatever. And I held my own. Although I'm pretty sure he kind of like pulled some of his punches. So I was like not looking forward to the fight. I was really nervous about it. This was about like 2 weeks before, by the way. This was legitimately like about 2 weeks before the actual like fight happened. Yeah. Fun fact, we actually did like a mock chess boxing like thing here, where like we legitimately like set up like a little chess table like right next to the ring, and we were kind of practicing playing chess. Keep in mind, I think Hugs is what, 1400 elo, it's like 1400 1600 elo. He's crazy high. I'm 650. So I got bodied in chess. I got bodied in chess. Did you practice chess or was it boxing? I said in the fight, it was 90% boxing, 10% chess. So I just basically brushed up on my already known chess skills and then did the rest with boxing. So yeah, so that's like basically the training before the fight. But let me show you this, all right? This is what made me kind of confident in my abilities before the actual fight. And this is a little bit of a sneak peek into a video. once again, like PointCrow Party, like Battleship, we put tons and tons of effort into making the boxing video itself. So I only hope that it does well. And I hope you guys enjoy it. There's no music to this either. So you'll have to bear with me here. But this made me a little bit more confident. Specifically, yeah, this made me a little bit more confident. Specifically because it felt good. You know, it felt good. So, got in the ring with Ricky, and he was like, all right, let's just do some mitt work. You know, this was the last day. This was the day before, this was the last day. This was, Friday. The fight was on Sunday. So this was 2 days before the fight. Trade merch, by the way. Right? So just look at this. Look at this, dude. Right? Just look at this. Look at this, dude. It's kind of goated, dude. I'm not gonna lie. You can see I'm happy with it too. So I pull that shit out, right? I pull that shit out, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not in as bad as position as I thought I was. Like, I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna leave it all in the ring. Super excited about that. It actually cracked. There's more to this too. This goes on for like 2.5 minutes. But I don't want to spoil the video for you guys that I have coming out. But that was pretty cool. So let's go over the actual fight. So I actually haven't seen the fight yet. Seriously. It's been a week. And I haven't watched the fight back. So this is actually my first time watching the fight itself versus Toast. I don't know any of the commentary. I don't know anything. But I can give some insight onto what things were happening. So if you guys would like to, we're going to watch this, and I'll give my own like color commentary on what happened. I also want to say, like, before this all happened, well, before I show everything that happened, all the respect for Toast, like, and all the competitors, honestly. It takes, like, it's like you can see people. Let me humanize this a little bit, because I know it's like we're all content creators and we're all putting on a spectacle. It's entertainment, all this stuff, but let me humanize it a little bit. It takes some genuine, serious guts to get in the ring in front of, kid you not, 300,000 people watching. Your every move. Take some serious guts to do that and get the ever-living shit kicked out of you. You know, it takes some serious, like, mad courage to do that. And like, it's one thing, like, it's one thing to like just step in and be like, fuck it, whatever, it's gonna be fine. And it's another thing to backseat being like, oh, I could have done better, I could have done whatever, you know? No, you couldn't have. I'll say this straight up. What's that famous quote? It's everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. I've seen, hey, everything's like, everything was super positive about all the fights. And everything, seriously. There's obviously some negative Nancy's in there, and I'm appealing to the very 1%. But it's like, man, like, dude, like, they're like you don't know the sheer stress, and just nerves that happen. Yeah, it's like, boys, the plan is simple. Fuck. The what? like that. It's like That's what it is. Thanks, Eddie, for that. Thanks for that, you. That's how it went, right? It is so hard to convey what fucking went on, and it's so weird. Because Toast said this to me at the very end. I'm spoiling a little bit. Toast said this to me at the very, very end. I didn't know him too well. Like, I watched his stuff every now and then, you know, beforehand on YouTube. And, you know, since then, a little bit on Twitch here and there. Maybe I'll see, like, an OTV thing or whatever. I didn't really talk to him. We met up a couple times, as in, like, we saw each other at, like, some parties. You know, we did this and that. Like, I talked with Reeves. I talked with, you know, a whole bunch of things. But we never really, like, connected. I don't know if it was, you know, trying to dehumanize each other to a point where it'd be easier to punch. Or if it's just, like, we just never got the chance. But, like, after the fight, there was this, like, weird, I wouldn't say weird, just this bond between us of, like we did that. It wasn't like anything. It was like, dude, like, it was just, I've never felt this before. I have, like, a weird, awesome respect for this man that I don't have for anybody else. This will, like, always exist. Like, I will see Toast and we'll have that, like, connection of, like, hey, you know, like, I know what happened. It's crazy. It's absolute experience. He said this to me as well, and he put it, because I couldn't think, but he put it into words, and he's like, I have this bond with this man that, like, I don't have with anybody else, and I think it's so true. So we'll get into this, but that's, like, crazy, man.
Are you ready?
Big pop.
And the vote weighs in 63% favorite for Toast. About 2/3.
Oh, I thought it would be higher. It was 63% for Toast.
In the white corner.
Look at the tail of
Weighing in at 100.
You can see it right there. You can see it right there. Toast is looking at me, and I'm looking at him. And sorry, I know I'm gonna be pause champ Andy here, but we're looking at each other and we're like, what the fuck are we about to do? Right? Like, what the absolute fuck are we about to do? Because we were talking about it, like, beforehand in the locker room and everything. We're like, hey man, like no hard feelings. Whatever happens during it, we're all good. And he's like, of course, dude. Like, of course. He was very nervous. I was also very nervous, but I think he showed it a little bit more. It was like, because we didn't know we were the main event. It's not only like we were trying to get into the fight and do the fight, but we didn't know we were the main event until about 3 days beforehand. Like, well, I wouldn't say 3 days, probably like a week beforehand, maybe. So they didn't tell you? No. Well, first off, kind of. We had to find out ourselves. The organization could have been better, but it was a huge thing and, you know, planned with all these other things, so I can't harp on it. Yeah, we didn't know until the main event, until like a couple days before, that we were the main event, because they swapped us. It was supposed to be, I think, the chess GMs that were the main event, and then I think Ludwig and his team realized that, and this is a weird realization because imposter syndrome, I don't think so, but it was like, we collectively, I think, out of all the cards, had the biggest audience, and so we wanted to have the main event be the one that everyone was looking forward to. And he saw, I think, as well, that all of the predictions were basically like 50-50, right? It was basically 50-50.
63 pounds at 5'9".
Not a lot of edge to be gained.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
One reach off. I was 1 inch off of a 69 reach.
A little
bit of
weight advantage for Eric.
So Eric had to go down. He was originally 160. Toast came up. We've talked about
how's the sound, guys?
But also, when you go down, maybe you have a little less energy. You know, you lose a little bit of your
5'9".
power.
I am 5'9". Fuck off.
But the fact is, they're
I thought
also
Toast was 5
even
to 8.
rated in chess, about 600 for each, and that's where we're going to start. We got 7 total rounds tonight. The first round's chess, second round's boxing, and then it alternates until we have a winner by checkmate, knockout, TKO, timeout, and chess.
So here's a fun fact about this.
Levy, what are you seeing on the
So
board?
we put in earplugs into our ears here, and then we put headphones on top of it. The headphones now we're supposed to play classical music for everybody. It was like a classical music playlist, but for some reason I don't think it was working. So they were just kind of like, "Good luck," like, because they didn't want people like yelling out moves to us. They didn't want to be like E4 and us hear it. And to be fair, we couldn't. We couldn't. It was like the blood pumping and everything. We couldn't hear it, but we could hear the crowd's cheers. Like if you played like a good move, you knew it was a good move immediately because everyone was like, "Yo!" and you were like, "Oh yeah." You'll see that later.
Here, we're about to jump in. You've seen these players before, right?
I have seen them before, and this will be a more serious affair than the last one. There's not going to be any questioning of the audience for moves.
Yeah, so I go D4 immediately. Classic 4. Oh, they got the okay. So this entire time they didn't have this like this overlay working like at all. I can't believe they got working for this. That's awesome. But yeah, as you can see here, we're going for the classic 4 knights opening. And then I go with just like a bishop. So here right now, I'll be honest, like I would never take this short on like an opening. I never did it like this before. And the reason being was like I was pretty confident in my boxing. I wasn't confident in my chess. So I was like, okay, I need to get a time advantage on my chess here in order to ensure that I have a victory like later in the game. So I just kind of played it out, and I was like, you know what? All about development. Like, fuck it. I'm not going to go for advantages or anything. I'm playing white. I'm going to develop my pieces. I'm going to go center chess. I know a lot of you guys are here for probably boxing and everything, but I'm trying to explain it all as best as I could.
We did that one
Were you
together.
able to,
Yep.
able to
And then
see
right
the
here, you can see it. I'm sorry, I'm a pause champ, Andy. Right here, you can see this. I start laughing when Toast moves. Because as you can see right here, it's a fucking mirror match. That field, thanks for the 8 months. Thank you. And Bryce, thanks for the 1 year. It's a mirror match. And so I look towards it. I messaged you. I'm like, you're playing a mirror? And he laughs too. He's like, yeah. So we're having a good time with it, right? Mirror went kind of crazy. So then I try to break up the mirror by going E3. And then he also goes E3. And I was like, the
mirror
fuck?
image position. This is one of the things about the
And he's laughing too. He's laughing. Because there's no reason why you should go E3 here. There's actually no reason. But we're just playing a mirror match here, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I was scared that he was really, really good at chess. But,
London. It's kind of non-combative, so your opponent can.
so
mirror
now I'm
image
like,
what
I'm
you
now
do.
looking.
Now,
I'm like, what the
as
fuck
white,
am I
you can
supposed
take
to do
advantage
here?
of that
Like, what
because
am I
you're first.
supposed to do?
In this case, PointCrow is just trying to develop his.
So you see, I just moved here because I'm like, all right, I'm just trying to develop my pieces. You can hear Levy in the background saying the same thing because I'm like, all right, sure. I'll just go here.
Pieces. He's not looking to take advantage of anything, and I actually feel like Toast might just copy him until he punches him in the face at the chessboard, which will probably be a DQ. So he's going to probably make just the same exact move.
So then, yeah.
He might break the symmetry right now. They'd already exchanged the smile about it.
I mean, not a bad strategy.
So then I'm like kind of happy about this because Toast is taking forever to make his move, and I'm like, okay, cool. I have at least like 15 seconds on him.
Toast lashes out on the queen side, and
Goes
it's
right there,
already
and I'm like, this is perfect. I'm like, this is perfect because I was looking for this fork, like from about like one move ago after I made this this pawn over here. I was looking for this fork. I was like, if I can manage this, that would be hype as fuck. And so he moves here, and I'm like, dude, that gives me incentive. Like that gives me incentive to actually move knight to b5, and then I capture the pawn here, and then I go right here. It's easy fork. Right? Because I already have the bishop here to take the queen if he goes for it.
But not because of that move. Bishop takes pawn was even stronger. That's still a good move. It could get very bad right now unless
Yep.
Toast
So he goes
defends
there.
himself, and he's
I do
not.
the fork.
He's invited the knight
Fork
in.
on the board, and he finds it.
Oh
And
my
you can
goodness.
hear the audience.
This is a disaster.
Right? You hear the audience. They're screaming, yo! And you can hear it like through our headphones. Like I knew immediately that the fork was huge. When I heard that. Because I was like, it was sick. I was like, dude, there's no way I just got this. There's like no way. I was up tremendously on chess for the first time, like honestly in my life, I was like, how is this going so well?
Because if it does, the bishop is
great opening.
defending,
Look at that.
So he has to sacrifice the rook here, which is obviously the worst of two poisons.
So he has to move his king, knight takes, and now queen takes. All right,
Yep.
this is actually
And
not
I was totally fine
horrible
with
for
that.
Toast. He is losing, and the computer is sitting there going, he's really losing. Yeah, he should end it right now. But the computer's not boxing. Okay, the computer's not involved in the event. So queen takes in the corner.
How's audio,
his
chat?
position is relatively stable.
Is it good?
Now PointCrow might take the foot off the gas a
Yep.
little
So
bit.
I had no
I
idea
think
what
he
to do
just
here.
did. I think he played a random pawn move. So
Yep. So Levy catches that too, because I had audio's good. Okay, awesome. Levy caught that. I didn't know what to do here, like at all. I'll turn it up a little bit. I didn't know what to do here at all. Right, I just did it because I was like, fuck, like how do I follow this up? And he's like, yeah, he moves a random pawn, and it was right. It was right. I moved a random pawn, but it was with the intention of getting the queen out.
he's just playing solid. And Toast is still the aggressor. His king's in the center of the board. He should not be the aggressor.
But
he should not be doing that.
No danger of checkmate.
All right, and that was the
bell
first. So
coming
that
back to
was
the
like
corners, getting ready for a boxing
ridiculously
round
good.
with an advantage to PointCrow, both on the time.
That was pretty good for like
But
an
again,
opening.
we've seen a lot of people lead
For
early
chess.
with the chess.
So let me go there. I'm talking to my coach. He's talking to his coach.
In the ring,
Um,
a quick TKO.
putting things
so we
on
could see the
and
same thing here.
like
Now,
while
the skill
yeah,
is
you
kind
can
of
see
unknown.
yeah.
Toast has dropped a couple videos of his fighting, and he
This
looks
is
pretty
crazy,
good.
dude.
PointCrow hasn't done shit in terms of content for this. He hasn't shown a single image of him fighting.
That's right.
Yeah, and I made that on purpose. I did that on purpose. I didn't want to show a single thing while fighting about me on fighting.
He wanted to be challenged when he was preparing.
Also, yeah. So the rules for chess boxing here was that you had to opt in, or rephrase. Sorry, the default was everybody had headgear. Everyone had mouth guards, girdles, and everything else. Right? That was the default. But a lot of people opted out. They didn't want headgear. A lot of people didn't want headgear. They didn't want cups or anything. And I'll say this before we get into it, because you guys probably know what's coming up. I think it was the first one, but I didn't want to opt out of headgear. I actually like immediately was like, I want headgear, you know? And initially I wasn't going to have like a girdle or a cup. I wasn't. And like at all. And I think a lot of people, you know what, maybe I'll talk about it when it gets, I'll talk about it when it gets to it. But I ended up having headgear and a cup for the fight. And I was like really happy about that. Because, safety first. I know I make a joke, safety third, haha, don't worry about it. But like genuinely with contact sports and everything, like please,
He also said he competed with fellow participant in this event, Hugo Hugs, and he got hit with the biggest shot of training from Hugs. We saw him earlier.
Yep, you guys saw that.
TKO, so Eric can take a shot from Hugs. I think he can take a shot from
good commentary.
Toast. From Toast, but time will tell.
Slime said you were desperately asking for a cup. It wasn't. So they definitely overplayed that. So I'll talk about it in a sec. I wasn't desperately asking for a cup. It was mainly like, hey, if I was like, hey, it's like a couple days before the fight. Can we do this? And then they didn't answer. Right? They didn't answer at all. So I was like, hey, just want to double check. Are we doing this or like not? Still no answer. So I ask a third time, and they're like, "Yes, you're good. Make sure to just make sure that you're good with Toast." And I at Toast, and I was like, "Hey, Toast, is it okay if we do this?" And he's like, "Hey, if you want that, then sure, of course." So I ended up asking like 4 times basically, because the first 3 didn't get responses. So they were like, he was desperate to have it. And I was like, no, I just didn't get an answer. I was Donald.
Captain America set of gloves? That's
okay, anyways.
Check that out.
Wow. Captain America smashing the gloves together, trying to get the crowd hype, and let's hear it. A main event
smashing
round
the
one
gloves
of
here.
boxing.
It was so, oh, God.
Toast looking cut up. Got that 6-pack rocking.
And we are jumping into it. Hop into the corners.
I'll stand up.
Let's get on your feet for the final round of the
I'll
night.
let it play out, then I'll say
The
it.
final match.
There's the bell. First round underway.
Oh.
And fireworks already. Exchanging jabs. Cross over the top. Cross to the body. Cross back up top.
Oh.
And Eric.
PointCrow all over
Way
him.
more shots.
Oh. He just.
And separation. Let's see if we get a stoppage. We do. The count begins. Toast will have 8 seconds to pull himself back together in order to continue.
Dude, my fucking heart rate is up. dude, my holy shit, dude. My heart rate's up watching that. Yeah, okay. So here is my strategy.
Hype and let's hear it.
Right. So here is my strategy for this. I won't rewind like a ton of things all the time. There's a couple places where I was like, you know, like I want to talk about it. Mainly this first part. Oh, that was a good frame. Mainly this first part. So I knew Toast is like I genuinely know like how Toast like thought about things, or like I felt like I knew. Animu, thanks for the 9 months. I felt like I did know. So I was like, okay, so going into the fight, like it looked like with all of the footage that Toast released on his channel, that like if Toast gets comfortable with like his boxing and anything, like he's good. Like he's good to go. He like plants, boom, like you're out. I was like yeah, I saw that because he had a couple shots on Reeves where I was like, damn, dude, like shit. So my goal was to make him uncomfortable as much as possible. Like I specifically in my mind was like, the more uncomfortable I can make this man, the better chance I'll have. If I control the fight, like I'll win. That was my thought behind it. I told Reeves this afterwards and he was like, yeah, that was probably correct. So I was like, so you leaned in and kissed him? No, that's not, no. But I went out swinging, because even if like my goal was like I was in it to win, right? I wanted to win. I want to bring home the dub for you guys. But in the case that I couldn't, I wanted to wow everyone. Like if I was going down, I was not going down without a fight. Literally, like I was going to show you guys like how much work I put in for like 5 months. So what I did was I went out swinging, and you can see with it here. It's just like this was also a contrast to my sparring, as you could probably see, because sparring I was like just hanging back. I was like pretty defensive about it, but here I was like throw punches, and I would see after watching all of these other matches that once you get a good shot in, if you follow it up, you follow, like you overwhelm, you get a standing 8 count, right? That's 1 point. And you need 3 points to win, or knock him out. So I saw, like I got him a couple times. Right there. You saw that, right? So right where Toast starts to falter a little bit with his footwork, because his feet get close together. They're not far apart anymore. He kind of trips over himself. You'll see right there, right? He's kind of backing. He's backing up like this. You don't want to do that. So I saw that and I was like, oh shit. Keep punching. That's what kept me going for that. So you can see I'm literally wailing. Like form outside. You can see here, form outside the window, out of the window. And I'm just trying to get him.
And separation. Let's see if we get a stoppage. We do.
And that was, dude. I like Adam back here was jumping up and down. Ricky was like, yeah, so proud. They're like, oh my god, because they knew how like passive I used to be in sparring.
Toast will have 8 seconds to pull himself.
So they're like, holy shit, he did it.
In order to continue.
Now we talked about it earlier. You get
all right, I don't think I'll pause for too much more.
It's a TKO. You get 4 stoppages per set.
That's right. That's 1 for PointCrow.
So you can see I'm being hyper aggressive.
Trying to implement something his coach told him.
So that was the other thing. That was the other thing. There it is. So there is the double nut shot. The thing. Let me play it again.
That's right. That's 1 for PointCrow.
And Toast.
Oh, it was that bad?
Is trying to implement something his coach told.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we wore cups. Safety first. That was crazy. Actually nuts. Wow. Wait, let me play this again. Okay, because let me show you what this is. So I only remember throwing one punch. I don't remember throwing two. So when people were like double nut shot, I was like, I remember one at the beginning of the match. I was like, was there another that I don't remember? They show another angle in slow-mo later. Okay.
For PointCrow.
No, I'll talk about it now.
And
Right? So right here, I'm going for an uppercut. So there's actually like there's actually a small significant amount of people that think I was playing dirty. They wanted to make me out to be a very bad person of like he'll do anything to win. And that's like, you know, I think that's what a lot of people want me to be. They want me to be this evil person that wants to take down people in the worst way I can. And they're like, yeah, that was so, yeah, fuck PointCrow and all this. Yeah, I was like, that's weird, man. We're like amateur boxers. So my intention here was to uppercut right to his stomach because he was leaving it open. Because when you know, whenever I box, you have an angle here, right? Because you have a less window of opportunity. So it's like this versus this, right? You have like, you know, if you're like this, right? There's less real estate for you to hit. So I was like, so he started to not angle anymore. So I was like, okay, shit, like this is where I go in for like the gut punches. Because what I wanted to do was gut punch and then come back with a straight with a punch, right? So boom, boom, because he'd keel over for this, and then you can get him right there, and then you come back with the hook. So that's what I wanted to do. But I missed. There was two things that happened, right? Two things happened. One, I misjudged our distance because I don't have the best depth perception. Like hell, I'm wearing glasses, right? I wasn't wearing glasses here. So if you notice, for a lot of the boxing, I'm really close to Toast. Because one, that's how I throw punches. Like I'm pretty, close combat here. And another thing is like, that's just how it went. So there was no ill intention there. I was going for a stomach shot, but he also I think leaned towards me a little bit in there, which didn't help. So that's what got him, right?
I think his coach told him
so let me talk about the cup and everything. So the reason why we got the cup, I'll say it like this. Two things. One, this isn't the first time this has happened. All right, genuinely isn't the first time. I actually I did it to Hugs. And I also did it to my coach. But that's not why we had the cups. At all. That wasn't the actual intention behind it. And nobody actually thought about that. Yeah, I'm a serial dick puncher. But Eric Nutcracker, don't call me the Nutcracker, chat. That's not we're not going for that. But basically, oh god, not the new nickname unlocked. Fuck. Brother Drew, thanks for the prime. Right, so I was a little prone to doing that. But I was going in to the fight totally with just headgear. No cups. And Abby and Adam basically sat me down and at our living room because they saw what Hugs did to me, as in they saw that I got pretty punched in the I got basically a concussion from Hugs. They saw that, and they were like, hey man, we're concerned for your health. We know that you were likely to get a concussion during this fight, and we don't want anything else to happen to you. So they're like, you need to get as much protection as you can. You need to get a cup. You need to get a girdle, and if not a girdle, just a cup. And I was like, no, like I'm fine. Like it's whatever. It's like it's cool. So we got it for my protection. There was no actual like I think there was some like theories of like, oh, he must have been prone to it. So then they made sure to like have him get it. So then no. The actual reason was because my friends sat me down and and they said, we are concerned for your health and we want you to like we want you to be as protected as possible. But it is really funny that it ended up happening like this.
Low blow. PointCrow a little below the belt on that.
I was concerned about this because they stopped the whole fight.
Toast will have as much time as he needs to recover, pull himself together, and be ready.
Yeah, we just got a replay. The crowd.
All right, so the second one
that might
didn't
have been
really
two low
hit,
blows.
did
The
it?
first didn't find its mark. The second
No, it
did.
kind of
Crowd
the second
is
one kind of
upset
grazed.
At that, they're booing PointCrow. Toast gets as much time as he needs.
Yeah, so I heard like booing, right? And I was like, oh shit. Like I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. Like I didn't mean to, you know? I didn't mean to at all. Hey, what's up, Adam? Thanks for the 40. I didn't mean to at all. So I was like, oh shit. And I thought they were going to call the fight. Because I'm seeing the ref look down here, and I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, I feel so bad for it. Because normally, I think in regular boxing, they would have called it there. I think regular boxing, that's like disqualified. So I was like, fuck, I'm out. And so I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. Because I didn't mean to do it. So I'm like going to Toast, and I'm like, sorry. And he's like, no, it's okay, it's okay.
I believe these two competitors
so they called a
wearing
timeout.
cups, if I remember correctly.
And he's like making sure he's okay and everything.
Safety gear is being worn, both helmets and cups. That doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt, though. It just means it hurts a little less.
Yeah, so you can see here, I'm literally being like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm literally doing this motion with my gloves. Because I'm like, I felt so bad. I was like, first off, I just like beat you up, right? Like, I got the +1 point. Second off, I just punched you in the nuts. You know? So I was like, fuck. So it was totally unintentional. But it is hilarious that it happened. Maremy, thanks for the 6 months. Lil Mar, thanks for the 5. Thank you.
Sack slips between, you know how it is.
Yeah, so he was like, stop doing that. And I was like, I didn't mean to.
Don't worry about it, guys.
All right, we're back into it. One warning for PointCrow, that low
So I was like,
blow, and
basically,
one
like,
stoppage
you can
for
notice
PointCrow.
during the rest of the fight.
PointCrow getting close, trying to throw some jabs in a grapple situation. These guys are just throwing punches.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
okay. So that was the other thing. So I didn't really throw many uppercuts for the rest of the match. Our kidney punch, like, he pulled us apart, right? We get like kind of I wasn't trying to hit behind the head or like on his spine or anything. I was trying to go for kidney punches. Because those fucking hurt. I actually had bruised ribs. I don't think I told you guys this. I had bruised ribs for about a month and a half. Like it was all throughout TwitchCon, a little bit before TwitchCon, and a little bit afterwards. Because I was sparring against my coach, and what I kept doing was I do this. So I'd guard a little bit like this. You want to be in, right? So then like if someone punches you right here, then you can easily go down and block it. But I wasn't doing that. So I ended up getting like a lot of body shots. And I got bruised ribs, right? I was like, you know, like for a while. I was like, it taught me really well to like guard against those. Toast didn't throw any body shots at all. He threw one that hit me. But I was really good at blocking body shots because of that. And so I knew how much it hurt. So I was like, okay, I can't really go for uppercuts. So let me go for, you know, some ribs. But I think like I got pulled apart.
In the clinch, both have
So Toast clinches me
one
here.
hand posted up on their
And
opponent,
then
the other hand going wild.
yeah, so then the ref is like, cut that shit out. And I was like,
It's like a God of War.
yeah, right there. And I was like, I don't really know what I did wrong. It was back of the head, I think. Because I tried to hit him on the side because he clinched. He clinched my my arm right here, right? And then why are you posting that? Okay. He clinched my arm right here, right? So then I was like, trying to get right here, but it ended up being behind the back of his head, and I didn't know that. I felt bad about it. So.
Fight!
Still a few seconds in this round. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe 10,
Yeah,
maybe
see.
20.
So it happens again.
PointCrow finding his entry.
Yeah. And the toast got. I'm sorry. I'm spending so long explaining this. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So you can see right there. Or wait.
Sure, maybe 10, maybe 20.
You can see that like when he found my error, my mistake of me. I threw a straight, and then my arm would come down. So I threw it there. He dodges, right? He literally goes under. And I'm not blocking. You can see my other arms right here. I'm not blocking my own head. And he comes right in. Boom. Right straight to the jaw.
Finding his entry in.
But I talked with Toast after this too. And he was a little frustrated. Because he was like, dude, I kept punching you. I kept doing it over and over and over again. And he's like, you would just take it. like he was like, you would just you wouldn't get phased at all. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't remember. I don't remember much of this fight. Oh, hey, what's going on, RT game? Yo, hey. RT Raid, we're taking over. I love it. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Here, let me play this in its entirety because we're about to the end here. But welcome in. I hope we're having a great stream. What was RT streaming? I wasn't able to check it out beforehand. If you're new here, I'm PointCrow. I'm going over my fight about I was playing Persona 5. How close is he to finishing? I feel like he's close. He's played a lot of it. But I was in Ludwig's chessboxing tournament championship. He's in the last arc. Okay. But yeah, he beat God. Bidoof? Fuck, really? Or was it Wooloo? He Persona Royale. Anyways, so I was in Ludwig's chessboxing championship, and yeah, I'm just kind of going over the entire fight. This is my first time watching my own fight. This happened a week ago, but I had a concussion after the fight, and then also a weird stomach virus, and then a whole bunch of stuff. So this is the first time I'm actually streaming since the fight. Let me show you guys. Where's the first? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. All right. So let me show you guys this. This is me in the fight.
The final match.
There's the bell. First round underway.
Oh.
And fireworks.
So I'm in blue.
Exchanging jabs. Cross over the top. Cross to the body. Cross back up top.
Oh.
And Eric.
PointCrow all over
way
him.
more shots.
Oh. He just
And separation. Let's see if we got to stop it. We do. The count.
So I got the
begins.
standing 8 count
Toast
there.
will have 8 seconds to pull himself back together.
Guy relates
And
into
we're
one.
gonna
Hey, if you're not
continue.
following RT game,
Now, you
don't do
talked
so.
about it
And
earlier.
if you're not
You
following
get 3
me,
stoppages per
hey, why
round,
not? You know?
Otherwise, it's a TKO.
Feel free to.
You get 4 stoppages per set.
That's
for the
right.
Fight.
That's 1 for PointCrow.
Flexing
And,
after 5 months
Toast
of
is
work
trying to implement
and
something
literally
his
getting
coach told him
a
to do.
concussion.
A low blow.
But also punching him in the nuts.
PointCrow a little below the belt on
Accidentally.
that.
got a nut shot.
After,
Oh my
don't call me
gosh.
the
Toast
Nutcracker.
will have as
I
much time as
swear
he
to
needs
fucking
to
God.
recover, pull himself together, and be ready.
Yeah, we just took a replay. The crowd.
Oh, God.
That might have been 2 low blows. The first didn't find its mark.
Accidentally?
The
No, it
second
was
did.
Crowd is
sincerely
upset
accidental.
at that.
I would not do that on
Booing
purpose.
PointCrow.
That's
Toast
genuinely.
gets as
If I
much
did that on
time as
purpose,
he
I'd be an
needs.
asshole.
Toast waving it off.
Yeah, you
Now,
can
I
see
will
I'm like,
say,
I'm sorry.
I
Like,
believe
you'll
these
see in a second.
competitors all
I
wearing
was
cups, if I
apologizing during
remember
the fight.
correctly.
Yeah, so safety gear is being
But yeah,
worn,
after
both helmets
after 5
and
months of
cuffs.
doing
That doesn't
this,
mean
getting
that
a
doesn't
concussion
hurt, though. It just
in
means
front
that
of
it
a couple hundred
hurts
thousand
a little
people.
less.
Sometimes the sex.
I think I
is between,
deserve
you know how it is. PointCrow
to
tapping the
flex a
dick and
little
ball
bit.
showing. I got a cut there. Don't worry about it, guys.
All right, we're back into it. One warning for PointCrow, that low blow, and 1 stoppage to PointCrow for earlier.
PointCrow getting close, trying to
Yeah.
throw some jabs in a grapple situation. These guys are just throwing punches.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he grappled
In
my
the clinch, both have one hand posted
my
up on
jab
their
there.
opponent, the
My
other
left.
hand going wild.
It looks like a God of War Ragnarok cutscene.
Lava Doggy. Thanks for the 6 months.
Still a few
Ragnarok
seconds in this
cutscene.
round. I'm not exactly sure.
I didn't realize that. That's funny.
PointCrow finding his entry.
Oh, yeah, that was a nasty
range
blow.
of jabs.
But
Now
yeah,
going off with
Toast
step
was like,
back, up and in.
Oh, is that the
was
bell?
like he
Yeah,
wanted
Toast
to hit
swinging
me,
his way out. Not
but he
the bell
couldn't.
yet.
Like he was
The
like,
30
he
seconds
kept
left
hitting
on
me,
the
but the
round.
issue.
A lot of
There was
time
the
got
grapple.
grappled.
Ah, there we go.
There's the
Bell.
time.
Time a little bit wrong there on the screen, but that was a minute.
But yeah,
30
he was
with
he
the
was a little
stoppage.
like frustrated because he would hit me and I wouldn't do anything.
That's right. The time to
Like
recover, the time is going, so
I
we
get
got
get
official
knocked
times
around in my
at
head,
1:30 just
and I'd be
end
like
it,
fine.
And we're about to take the gloves off, go back to the center of the ring.
I was
pick up the
basically
chess game
no,
where we
don't.
left
I
off.
wasn't
I think a
Kratos.
good
I don't
job by
have a son.
Toast there in punching back. Obviously, we've seen
We were
a
saying
lot
thanks to
today.
the
Someone
give us
gets
up,
a
appreciate it.
count,
To
and
the
then they just get
Nutbuster.
countered again
Fucking
and
hell.
again, and the ref has to call TKO. We didn't see that.
Nope.
So
We held the
yeah,
zone
so
after the
Ricky,
first
my coach,
count,
was the
and
one who
so
had my
I'm excited
glasses.
to see how the second round
So
of boxing goes
so
as we
he would
get
put my
there.
own glasses on.
PointCrow throws on the glasses
in between
again. Clark Kent,
in between the
Superman
rounds.
action. Clark Kent, you know, he's back in there. He's gonna.
Who won? You'll see.
And
We're
let's
gonna
take a
watch
look
it.
at the Starforge replays. This was from the boxing round. Going to see a few of the hits here.
Clean.
Yeah,
cross,
look
right
at
through
that.
there, catching the chin. There comes the separation.
Yeah, and then yes.
In
So
the
I didn't mean to
clinch,
go
both
that.
posting
So
up and
so
throwing
so so
shots.
they showed the behind the scene the back shot
It's
here.
right through the middle, catching
Um,
the chin.
So this is the problem with amateur. Is like so you see right here, I'm going for the kidney, but he blocks it, right? And I end up aiming a little bit low again, because I just couldn't, I couldn't. I had poor depth, basically, right?
Separation.
So right here is that he's trying to dodge my body shots, and so I end up actually end up punching him, but he turns to the side while I'm punching, so I end up getting his back.
In the
So
clinch,
it wasn't
both
like I didn't
posting
mean to
up
get his
and
back at
throwing
all.
shots over the
And then he
top.
comes
That's
in
not
to go
allowed,
for the
Matt,
clinch
is it?
while I'm trying to punch his head.
Yeah, they
So then
weren't
I end up
all
getting the
like-
back.
Like hugging each other like that.
Couple body shots there.
Boom! Big shot lands over the top.
Nice shot
for
to the face.
Toast.
Backed off there. Of course, we saw the couple of shots
Yeah.
below the belt.
So that's why I was hyper aggressive during the
Kinda
fight,
stop it,
was because I
but
knew
it
if he became
certainly hurts
uncomfortable, then I would lose.
Right. So one
Or if
stoppage
he
in
became
favor of
comfortable, I'd lose.
PointCrow and the advantage on the board. Currently, PointCrow's. Levy, what do you see in this position?
Yeah, so just to remind everybody,
The exact
PointCrow
moment you got a
off to great
concussion?
start. He got a very,
No.
very good attack going, won a couple of pawns. And
But
won a
I
rook in the corner.
felt
he has a very big advantage.
My head pounding
Does
during
he
the
have an advantage
second,
that's good enough
after
to
the
put him
second
away
round
in the
of
chest? I
boxing.
don't know, but he's winning
Probably
on
that.
both fronts right now.
Yeah, it's looking really
So I won
good.
that
By
first
the way,
boxing
for everybody
round.
watching at home, you can see this match both in French, Spanish, and English. If you click the gear in the bottom right, as well as all the previous VODs, they've been uploaded for your pleasure to watch as we get into our final match.
Yeah, I felt
here
my heartbeat
between
in my
these
head.
two
Yeah.
competitors.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Toast has blundered his knight over here, but yeah, you see,
Yeah.
PointCrow goes forward, and Toast forgetting.
Yeah.
He's forgetting the queen can take.
Right. So when you were in
Yeah. Oh, that I did not know this. So at this point, I actually don't really remember my own chess. This is where everything becomes really, really fuzzy. I don't remember too much more after this. So
check,
we're
you can
watching
either move
this
the
for the
king
first
with the
time.
knight, or you can capture the knight. Those are the two options. you
Oh,
have.
don't take it. Oh, thank God.
Can't capture.
I was
here 'cause
hoping
the
you would
bishop's
take it
winning.
like that.
Yep.
But I think I leave my
Toast is here.
knight
Be
here.
aware, when somebody makes a move that dumb, it's not dumb.
You know what's a great move
Or
right now?
mature this.
Bringing your queen right here to then dart into the black position. It could end right now. And I'm looking, and PointCrow has played.
Look at that! I didn't know that was the optimal position. Holy shit! I didn't even know that. That's crazy. What the fuck? Since when was that a good position? Damn.
That move, ladies and gentlemen,
Very sharp.
that's checkmate. So right now, Toast has one.
I have mate in one. I have mate in one, guys.
minute to figure this out, really.
Yeah. And maybe
Can
he
it be
plays it a bit
defended?
slower. Maybe he plays it a bit slower. He's got a lot of time on the clock. He makes a move. He's reaching for it.
No, I don't think he sees the mate, but that's a very tough mate because you got to realize the knight guards the queen and the knight is guarded by the bishop, and he's blundered it.
Checkmate if PointCrow finds.
So, I hear the boos, and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get checkmate.
Checkmate if PointCrow finds it.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, one square away.
Wait. He actually hasn't taken his hand off the queen.
This is like how I play
This
with
is
my
legal.
uncle.
You can hold it there, and he's hit the clock. It's now a...
And so I moved my queen here. Literally 1 square away from getting a checkmate and winning the entire thing. Thing was, I thought this for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do know why. I thought this was checkmate. Right? I thought this was checkmate. Because I was like, okay, here, this blocks this. He can't go here. This blocks over here. He can't go here. He can go here. It's the only move he can do. Right? It's the only move. And I was like, fuck. Because I blocked this line.
A legal move. It's not mate.
Dude, that's how you play with my uncle. Just hold it there
Because you
for
need
an
your
hour.
glasses. I'm wearing my glasses, you fool.
Tell me if I
No,
look over
it's
quick
like slow rolling. It's like in poker. You play. Oh, they make a move, right? So you could see.
It's stressing me out.
Now, Toast only has 1 legal move. He might actually think he's checkmated.
And that's B7. B7
Yeah.
is the escape square.
Yeah, so he has only 1 move. So I was shocked here.
Boxing round, which
And
I
I was,
think
like,
what he
panicking
wanted
after
to
this,
do
'cause I was
is
like, holy
aware of
shit,
the
dude.
Total time. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're getting another boxing round, ladies and gentlemen.
So here I'm like, fuck, that sucked, right? So in my mind, I'm like, damn it, dude. Like I was so close to actually winning this. Like I was like, damn, I was there. But I was also like, okay, our time is kind of even, and I'm still up. I have a really favorable position still. Like despite the fact that I still didn't know I had mate in 1 here. Seriously. I knew that I blundered something, but I didn't know how close it was. So I was like, all right, like this is fine, whatever. It's like totally okay. Like it's totally okay. I'll figure it out next round. I'm in a better position. Our clocks are pretty much even, so this is fine.
And we're getting another boxing round.
Mate in 2. No, it was mate. Oh, mate in 2 here. No. I didn't know I had mate in 2. Chat. No. You overestimate my chess stuff. You could have asked me like 5 minutes ago if this was mate in 2, and I'd probably say no. I had mate in 1 is what I'm saying, and I didn't know I had mate in 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, who's excited?
So I was going into boxing next round, and I was like, I gotta
Really?
destroy this man.
Has a lot to prove in the ring, Matt. From what you saw in the first round, you think it's possible?
Absolutely. Toast showed great signs of knowing how to keep PointCrow at a distance. He landed one of the cleanest shots of the round with a right hand right over the top.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
wasn't
so
backing
so
down
Coach
when the
Quick
clinch
here
came, and they were exchanging shots. I
is saying
would
the
give
same
boxing
thing. Like,
advantage
just go
so
for it.
far to
I'm talking to
PointCrow.
Ricky, and he's
With that
like,
knockdown, the low
he's
blow
like,
was
he's
unfortunate.
saying double jab.
We'll see how this round shakes out. with
Because
PointCrow coming
he's
back.
noticing,
Lots
like
of
my
energy
coach
and a
noticed
really good
that my
position on the
my
board.
jab,
And
like,
of course, it's
basically
worth being-
always got into his guard, which was confusing to me. And I'll see if I can find it. But my jab would hit him. Normally, it's like to shake it up a little bit to like, you know, it's like flicking the like tapping the glass, you know, of a aquarium. That's kind of what like a jab was like if you like do it light. It's like kind of like shock, and you come in, boom, and you like it's like you tap the glass, tap it, shatter, right? But my tap would actually like shatter the glass.
This is our
sometimes.
final card of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Were you paying attention to anything the commentators were saying? No, I couldn't hear it.
Now, after it's
Or at
over,
least
stick
my
around
brain
because
couldn't
Cash
hear it,
App's
you know?
giving away tons of cash. We have a lot of surprises in store from them. Well, let's get on our feet here. Come on, everybody. It's our final fight.
Why are we sitting down? They're fighting. We can at least stand up.
And hey, of all the fights, these guys are not holding back. They're throwing swings. They're taking hits. So we're going to maybe see a TKO.
I was hoping for a TKO
All
here.
right, 1 stoppage already for PointCrow. He gets 3 in this round. He wins.
All right, Toast.
You can see
Lock
my
it up.
footwork. I'm pretty tired here already still.
Good
Toast is
entries with the
parrying.
jab. They're
I'm going a
finding
little
each
too
other's
close
range,
here.
finding the distance, getting in tight. No clean shots landed yet for either.
PointCrow taking a lot of
There's a
space.
good
Yeah, look
jab
at that dodge.
for Toast. An accidental head clash. Didn't seem to
He's
do
pretty
any
much winning
damage.
this right now.
Moving the
He
head
clinches
enough
me.
to dodge
I
these
can't move.
blows.
I can't move. So the thing is like I was shocked by how long it took the ref in here. Like that clinch felt like 20 seconds. So he gets
clash.
me there. He
Didn't seem
grabs
to do
me
any
and he
damage.
keeps me there, right? And I'm like I can't move. I like start shaking my head. I'm like I can't move. And he's like looking at this, and I'm like,
enough to dodge these blows.
I'm like, I can't move, right? And then he's like, what the fuck? Like, but no, Toast, the thing is like, I made Toast uncomfortable that first round. I told you that was my strategy from the beginning. And it worked. It worked. He was uncomfortable. But then he had 4 minutes, right? 1 minute of set down, 2 minutes of chess, 1 minute of setup, to be comfortable about it. And I was like, you know what? Like, that's where Toast, like, I warned you guys, you know, I was like, that's where Toast gets comfortable. And once he does, like, I'm kind of fucked. But what's the point of grabbing? It is kind of to stall a little bit, but it's also, you'll see that in the third round. But grabbing is also like, he's in an unfavorable position right now. And he's like, we're getting really close to each other. And so it's opportune for him to stop the fight and reset. So that's what it was.
Ref breaking it up, a little too close.
Also, like, he's getting beat up. I'm also getting beat up. He wanted to stop. But for some reason, my brain didn't register, like, any hits. Like, I didn't really, like, I felt it. Like, he'd hit me, and I'd be like, ow, that hurt. But then, like, I wouldn't, like, I didn't get lost in the rabbit hole, right? Of, like, it was the adrenaline for sure. I didn't get lost in the rabbit hole of, like, oh, shit, oh, fuck. I was like, how do I put it? There's, like, a weird middle ground. There's, like, I'm fine, and there's I'm not fine. And then in that middle ground, there's this weird case of hit me more that was really fun. Like, it was like, oh, shit. That's where he kind of, like, insanity? I don't know what to call that. But that's where I was, like, during this entire thing. Where, like, I'd get hit, and I was like, oh, fuck, that hurt. Oh, you're getting it now. You know? Masochism? I guess so. But in a way where it was, like, it was, like every hit that I would take, I'd, like, take that and try to, like, it was just, like, I don't know. I didn't get lost. It's really easy to, like, I'm admittedly really easy to get lost in the rabbit hole of, like, if I get hit and I'm not, like, hopped up on adrenaline, right? Then I'm like, fuck. And then I just get lost, and then I'm like, oh, God, stop hitting me, right? But for this round, for this match, for some reason, I was like, no, like, let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. You know, I felt like, here's a good, like a psycho from, Borderlands 2.
Minute 10.
Back inside. Oh, a great slip and
So he kept
counter
hitting
from
me,
Toast.
and you
Oh,
see
and
there,
Toast on the
I'm getting
attack.
hit a whole bunch.
Ooh, 2 more shots
But it's
later for
literally, like,
Toast.
not
Definitely the
effective.
advantage so far
Well, it
for
is,
Toast.
but I'm like,
Toast looking good. PointCrow reaching for a hug. The crowd's getting excited by this.
but I'm
Still
literally
50
like,
seconds on the
let me
clock.
hit him more. Let me hit him
Over half
more.
the time remaining. Great hits from PointCrow.
Mainly because I was like, I was going for that. Oh yeah.
Toast
So a
is
lot
not
of people were like, you're holding his face and then hitting him. I want to make it very clear too. You can see it here. Is like he was like, whenever I get close to him, he'd go for a clinch because he was like, you know, it's fair. He's like, stop, like, don't hit me. And so basically what would happen is he would grab, like, I'd go for a jab, and he'd grab right here. So I couldn't do anything more. I couldn't go away. So then I was like, all right, well, I got to keep throwing with my right. So I tried to, like, get him there.
Toast is not taking a huge amount of damage
A
here.
little bit of bullying happening from Eric, pushing him up against the ring, but not up against the rope, but not a clear shot landed.
So you can see, like, yeah,
And
going for my jabs here. I
Toast's
wonder if
corner
it was
has
in the
been
third. I
begging
think it was
for
in
a
the third
slip
round.
uppercut, and he's landed it once or twice.
Yeah, so yeah.
It doesn't look like at the moment he's going to be able to get any uppercuts.
Yeah, you
Flip
can
counter.
mid-set.
Yeah. So he does the same thing too.
You can mid-set coach. This is Coach Quick, legendary coach.
Oh yeah.
One, slip.
Yeah. So you can see that there. You can see that. Let me play that again. That was crazy. So this was the second instance. And I'm pretty sure this is where I'm pretty sure this is the hit that rattled me. Like the first hit that rattled me. Like really badly. Because I told you my I had a tendency to, you know, when I would throw a punch to let down my guard, and he read it
Right.
really badly. Like he remembered from the first fight. For the first round, I'm assuming. Like I would throw my straight, he could dodge and then come back up with like an uppercut. So you can see here.
Coach Quick, legendary.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, you
Flip
can
counters look
mid-set.
great.
You can mid-set coach. This is Coach Quick.
Right? You see that? He goes under and then comes up like cuz look at this. I'm not blocking. Oh shit. Right there. That was a good straight.
Coach.
Oh, there it was.
But then like you see that is like, you know, I didn't get down the rabbit hole of like, oh fuck. And I came back from it. Right? So that was the one thing. It was contact training, right? So like you'd press boom, you come back with it.
You can mid-set coach. This is
So
Coach
that it's
Quick.
like it was the counter because he got me really good, and I knew that he was probably like not dodging him, not blocking himself. So I went back with it. I think I missed this.
Coach.
Though.
Oh, there it was.
No, I got him.
What a response from PointCrow.
Shot for shot, still 20 seconds. These guys are hitting each other hard. 15 seconds remaining. They got to put it out here. Let's see what they do.
Yeah. There it is. Let me show you. So this is where I was shocked myself because I go for a little jab to like kind of do distance because whenever you do a jab, right, you're like not only you're trying to break their guard a little bit, but like you're also judging distance. So if I can if I can do this with my jab, right, if I can do this, I know, and I hit something, I know for sure I can clock with my straight. And I have a mean straight. I'll be honest with you guys. I think you can ask Hugs on this too. But it's like boom, right? So if I know that distance, right, then I can really nail it in. So I went for it here, but I ended up hitting him, and it shocked me.
They got to put it out here. Let's see what.
Yeah, it shocked me. So I didn't really come up with like a second.
Final second, seeing some action.
10 seconds. Let's get loud for them.
2 right hooks to the body, 1 right up top.
Yeah.
PointCrow.
Toast is.
Big shots.
Toast is not having it, yeah.
Separation coming in, final
done.
seconds.
I was also done
And
too. You saw
going.
that last swing?
Ladies and gentlemen, there's the bell back to chess.
We're done here.
Wow.
Like,
Give it up for these
we're
2
insane.
warriors.
I tried to give
Tell
him a
me,
little like
how
fun
do you
fist pump,
feel
and
after
he's
watching that round?
dying.
So it was a little closer, I think.
Yeah, Toast.
He got some good shots
I
there,
think
though.
Toast really got his bearings.
If I had to
He
put it like this,
understood what
I think
entry
round
was for
one
PointCrow,
of
was able
boxing,
to time
I
it,
won.
Slip outside
Round
of shots,
two,
and counter with overhand
honestly,
right and that uppercut that
I
Levy
think I was
mentioned
favored
earlier.
round 2.
Really good stuff from Toast. Definitely.
You'll
an
see round
improvement
3
from the last
second.
round. We
We
got
got
the star.
the Heartforge replays here. Let's take a look at these connected hits. What do you see here, Matt?
Yeah, that clinch and just banging each other. A little irregular. You won't see that in high-level boxing, but it's working here. Neither fighter backing down. There's
Yeah, I
two
take like 3 shots there
upstairs
just to
for
get closer.
Toast. PointCrow.
Brunego, thanks for the 26. Hero Percy, thanks for the 32. Dude, Toast went hard with that.
But Toast definitely stepping up this second boxing round.
If you had to make a call, who was leading that round?
Yeah, I think the first round goes to PointCrow. I think the second round goes to Toast. So it's dead even.
All right, you know what?
Into this third chess round where PointCrow does have the advantage with the white pieces.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Let's flip it over to you, Levy. The chess
Dude,
side of
I
things,
like
not so
Toast was strong, man.
definitely
Like
not so even.
he
Obviously,
looked
we
good.
can't get into details
His
until
hits
the
hurt.
players have on their noise-canceling headphones.
He was great.
It's a very strong
They were very
attack
poor noise
from
canceling
PointCrow,
headphones.
And it looks like they are either fist bumping or shaking hands. Or
Oh yeah, so then my
ready to
coach
get going.
gives me my
Clark
glasses
Kent
there.
Glasses are back on. I was really.
I
hoping he
think at
wasn't
the
gonna
beginning of
box
this round,
again,
I fist bumped him, and I was like, dude, you hit hard, and he was like, dude, and then he was like, I'm hitting you, but I'm not doing anything. 3M Dog, thanks for the 9 months.
I'm glad he is not boxing with them.
Yeah, and by the way, for everyone watching at home, we do have a surprise coming after this from Cash App, so stick around for it after this fight. And while you're here, subscribe, because I'm damn near at 4 mil and the number going up makes me happier. Anyway, let's jump into it. It takes just like 5 seconds, right? Anyway.
When's the last time you said bigger number, better person?
Today, bigger number, better person. Let me get 4 mil, please, for the love of God. Now,
He ended up getting, I think, 50,000 subs from
Yeah,
this.
it's mate. It's mate literally by accident in many ways. If the queen comes
Yo,
here
Trey,
and
thanks for
here
the 43.
or there and there.
To
what
kill
I
if you
just
had the
drew
mate.
on
I have
the
mate in
big
2
screen.
here, apparently. What is mate in 2? Boom. What, boom? No, I can't see it, chat. C6. Oh, I go here. Queen c6. Oh. And then a6. Oh, and then up here. That would do it. Wow. I definitely didn't. Wow. I still can't see it. Waka Dogger, thanks for the 9 months.
PointCrow has it, but he might get a little,
funny,
greedy.
though.
He might grab a pawn, which the queen can capture right now diagonally to the right side. That is a free pawn, and it is a check. The problem right now is Black's king is out and about with no defense.
So I'm tired as fuck. And
very
at
bad
this point, my
situation.
head is hurting. Like it is like there is a distinctive heartbeat going on. And I remember the feeling that I had with Hugs when Hugs hit me. Of this like slight pain too. And I was like, yikes. Like I was like, I need to finish this soon. Because it was like not going well.
For Toast. And
so I castle.
All of that.
I castled because I was like, I couldn't see the mate in 2, right? I couldn't see the mate in 2. But then also, I was like, a castle's just a safe mood. And I'll blame Nemo for this one. You know what? I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna blame Nemo for this because she taught me. She was like, all right, like go for your check and everything, right? All this stuff. And then if you can castle, always castle when you can. So me, don't copium. All right, I was like, to be honest, it is copium. But I was like, I was dying. I was like, I need to, because at this point I'm like, I don't know if I can win. Like, it's just going to be really difficult for me to, with like the way my head's going. So I was like, I am going to try to stall. So I castled.
Defensive move, a castle.
Yeah.
By the way, the timer's wrong on this. I had about 3 minutes left. I was 30 seconds up, I think, at this point.
Big mistake here from Toast to play so quickly, understanding that there's a mate possibility.
I don't think he understands there's a mate possibility.
What?
Yeah, there's
I don't
a
know
move
if
here.
PointCrow does either, though.
Yeah, and then he forks me, doesn't he?
No, yes, exactly. Oh, but that okay. So the reason that move is not good is because White still has that big attack potentially on the Black King.
I still have, dude. Do I still have mate in 2? Have I had, okay, chat. Have I had mate in 2 for like 3 moves at this point? Wait, that's so funny. Cause this was I was fucked here. I was. Oh no, the horse isn't protected here. Wait, the horse doesn't need to be protection. Wait, where'd my bishop go? Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. This is important. Remember this. Remember this because I don't. This bishop.
Very bad situation for Toast.
Doesn't exist anymore.
I don't think he
I don't have
understands
mate
there's a mate
anymore.
possibility. Yeah, there's a
I don't know
move
if
here.
PointCrow does either, though.
There's
Take the
is not good is because White still has that big attack potentially on
Right.
the
Your stream's calmer than 90% of Doug's. That's true. Because I'm doing something different than Doug. That's fucking crazy, my
on the
guy.
Black King.
But that is a fork.
That is a
both,
fork.
Both rooks being attacked.
I'm going over analysis of my boxing. I don't know what he's doing, but he's probably doing something fun. If you want that vibe, then go chill on his.
By the night.
This is a bit distracted right now. There is
Okay.
a big fight coming on the top left, and
Yes.
they're working on the bottom right, which is a nothing burger.
Yes, and now the knight can be captured because the bishop for White has been replaced by a pawn.
Yeah, so I made that move, and I immediately, because I was trying to like, the reason why I made this move was because I was like, all right, like let me try to prevent this fork somehow from happening.
Doesn't
but-
have the same abilities.
Capture the knight with the king.
That's a king. Does he see that? Because
Going
in
up
his
and
mind, he can't take it for so
capture the knight with the king. Oh, he could do that.
long.
Right. It becomes almost an immovable piece.
Oh, no. Oh, he's going forward, which is not horrible.
I love how it went from high level, like I wouldn't say high level chess, but like really good chess round 1 to like literally like we're both fucked.
Because White has to play the best move, which might not happen.
What's the best move, Levy?
It's queen up and try to dance your way out. I mean, this is looking very tough for White. There's a lot of ways to lose your queen. Here. Like, there's a lot of ways you can get closer with the queen, and it gets captured. And
And that's one of them.
And that's the worst one. That is the worst move on the board.
King can capture queen. It's a free king capture queen.
Wait, Ludwig, it is forced. Black has no legal move except
Other than
taking the
take
queen.
And Toast sees it.
All right. Out for this one.
Your winner, a queen blunder.
Wow.
Dude, I wish that was planned. Dude, I wish it was planned. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I would never, ever be able to think of something like this. Holy shit. So let me explain this. Let me explain this. I thought this was a safe move. Do you know why? I thought I still had my bishop right here. My head was fucked. Like I was getting beat up by Toast. He hits hard, you know? Right? So I thought I had my bishop here. So when I made this move, I was like, okay, it's safe. I was like, okay, because I thought this was a great move, actually. Because if my bishop was right here, then I was like, okay, I keep you in check. I save my knight because I was like, you know, when I moved here, I immediately knew he could just take my knight, and I was like, fucked. I was like, I could save my knight here by like trading queen, like not even trading queens, but like, you know, taking the queen if you go for it. And then I put you in like a pretty decent check. And then like there was no bishop. That would have been mate if bishop was there. No, it wouldn't have. It would have. Holy shit. No, it wouldn't have. It would have. I'm really good at chess. Yeah, that would have been, yeah. So I thought this was a great move. But I didn't have my bishop there because my head was fucked. You can see that my memory is going at this point.
All right. Out for this one.
So in probably one of the worst chess moves in history, modern history, I play a move that forces like Toast to take my queen. There is no other legal move that Toast can make than to take my queen. You can't move here because queen. Can't move here, queen. Can't move here, queen. Can't move down here because my bishop, right? And can't move here because queen. Literally has to take my queen in order to continue.
Out for this one.
And then with perfect timing.
Wow.
With perfect timing, the clock ends.
Oh my God.
I'll say this right now. I went up to Ludwig at the end.
The mental that must be.
Or Ludwig went up to me at the end. And I was like, hey, I hope everything went well and everything. Like, it was a lot of fun. And I was like, man, he was like, I totally threw. I'm so sorry. And he's like, dude, no, I
fucking love it.
Yo, now it's do or die for PointCrow.
So immediately I was like I was talking with Lud, and he was like, dude, I'm actually kind of glad that you made those moves because it made for such a better watching experience. And I told you guys at the start, if I don't win, I wanted to make it like the best experience possible. I wanted to go out with a fight. I didn't expect that was going to work, you know? I did the French commentary for the event. We were sitting ringside, and this moment was pretty spectacular. It was so fun. There was so many twists, turns, so many, like, it was fantastic. So, while I wish I thought of something like that, you know, while I wish I thought of like something insane to like throw, that was not. I would never throw something like this. This was way too important. This was way too many stakes. I worked way too hard for something like this. This was my brain being fucked because I thought I had a bishop there. And then also by being hit in the head a bajillion times. It was so fun, though.
He just gave away his advantage on the chessboard. He's got to come with fire and brimstone in this boxing
over in
round.
chess. Like, it's over.
I distinctly remember. I don't know if they're going to show it.
With these two on the board. And here's the fact of the matter.
Yeah. So right here, I'm having the thought. I trained 5 months for this. This is the last round. The last time I'm going to be boxing in a ring like this. 90 seconds. So immediately I was like, these are the last 90 seconds of my life. And you can see Ricky.
The main card is delivering right now.
Like
he had the early lead by point.
He said the same thing to start this conversation. He was like Eric, like these are the last 90 seconds of your life. And I was like yeah.
PointCrow in boxing and chess.
So I said at this exact point he wanted to throw in the towels and give up. Really? And his coach convinced him otherwise? That's crazy, dude. I will be honest with you guys. With how bad we were, like shape-wise after the event or after the fight, they should have called the fight a little bit earlier. I'm not saying like I in either way, which way they should have called it. They probably should have called it a draw or something. But I don't think it should have gone on for this long. You'll see during this, we were fucked. Both of us. We both got concussions after this. Like I'll show you like a picture in the locker room and like scrub through like a small video. But we both were diagnosed with concussions.
Flipping it around in both sports. Let's see how the third and final round goes. Does the tune continue? Does Toast take more of an edge? Does PointCrow fire
Like
back?
said, you probably would have won boxing.
So
Yeah, no, I would have. I got the +1 at the beginning. And I think I was favored for second. This third round, I think we were tied. But you can see, so Ricky's telling me right here, he's like double jab, get in there, and he's like, keep your distance. Mainly because he saw, I couldn't see this at this point. He saw that Toast was not doing so hot. With his match, right? He said Toast wasn't doing so hot. So he's like, keep your distance so you can show the ref that Toast couldn't really stand on his own. Because he would I get a good punch in, and then he would get me in like a clinch, like a hug. So he could like A, stand up, and B, like get that break, right? That little break before it happens again.
Some big shots, maybe force a mistake.
Which was like, I think there were some people like giving him shit for it. Actually, genuinely good strategy. Like, I did not have a counter for that. My counter was to take my distance, but I was playing still hyper aggressive at this point, and I shouldn't have.
Or maybe end it in this boxing round.
And to everybody watching at home, I got to say thank you to Fansley for making the mogul chess.
Firewalker, thanks for the 19 months. Shadunk, thanks for the 26.
They said this. They said you.
It was a really good fight.
To the channel if you're watching.
But we're both concussed at this point.
It says legally you have to if you just scroll. It's 5 seconds. It's free. They're saying you have. But also they want you to sign up for free exclusive behind-the-scenes content of this event. You can see behind-the-scenes content of this event. You can sign up to Fansley for free.
You're concussed. Your brain can't think of this. Yeah, so you can see here, your boy's not doing so hot. your boy's like, like it was like, you know, like garble. Like I could hear I knew what my coach was saying, but I didn't understand what it was, you know? Like I knew double jab in and like get your distance, and that was really it.
If you want to see any of your other
Toes looked more hurt. I think he was at this point. Yeah.
Over 200,000 creators.
We were both fucked though.
Let me stop because we're about to fucking fight, baby. Let's get on your feet, everybody.
You can see me with like my staggered here. I am not this. Hey, I'm gonna nitpick this.
Fucking fight, baby. Let's.
You can see right here. My footwork fucking sucks, right? You can see I'm like when you want to do footwork, right? You want to do it like this. You want to be like I don't have much space, but you want to literally be like, right? You don't want to group your feet together. So what I was doing here was like, because if you group your feet, then what's going to happen is that you can just be pushed over. Like you can just fall over.
Buddy.
You were fully stumbling? Nah, I wouldn't say this wasn't stumbling. This was just bad form. I don't think I was stumbling at any point. During the fight, I was definitely like not doing hot in the head, but I think I kept it together.
On your feet, make some noise.
Yeah, so you see we're kind of like
in this event. It's Toast. It's PointCrow.
PointCrow
and we're
has
just
to
going
knock
for it.
him
We're just
out.
going for it. So at this point,
All offense. Big hooks landing for
so at this
both
point, what Ricky's probably yelling, I would not be able to hear, is step back. Right? Step back. Because you can see here, like, he's not doing great. I mean, me either, right? He's not doing great.
defense. All offense. Big hooks landing for both fighters.
There's only been one count. It was against Toast.
So I was confused about this during the fight. I was confused about this because I thought fully in my mind. I can see here that this was like probably not, but I thought this was another point. Like that's why I turned around because I was like easily another point. But he got me in the clinch afterwards, and that's why he broke it up.
It was against Toast.
But I was a little confused by that because we both kind of like suffered from that, you know.
Minute 10 on the clock.
I'd say round 3 we were pretty even. He does that same move again. That same move. Like I was afraid at this point because he hit me with that move where he read my jab straight. He read it, ducked, and then clocked me with a straight himself. He did it twice already, and I knew that if he did it one more time, or I knew that like I think he did do it one more time after that. But that I was leaving myself open. It was clean. That was a really good hit from him.
Minute 10 on the clock. He's got to go.
Yeah, see that? So you see right there, I try to read a second time, and then I just go into a punch.
Has to prove
Good two jabs
So
for
the
PointCrow.
double jab, but then like
Clean blunder is forcing this boxing round
yeah.
to be so important for PointCrow.
That's right, PointCrow. It's all coming down to this. He's got to do some damage.
Not doing some hot.
He's got to get 3 knockdowns, or he's got to.
Yeah, I dodged that one. Yeah, there you go. So there was the same thing, right?
He's got to get 3 knockdowns, or he's got to.
Yeah.
Knock him out. Jabs coming in.
that's what it was. Yeah. So here's another thing where I jab and I actually end up hitting him. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know he hit me here. I don't know what was going on in my mind. But, like, I don't know how to see it. He hit hard. And whenever he hit me, I felt it. Because he's good at boxing. Like, he's a powerful guy. But, like, it never, like, ever really hit with me that I got hit. I was like, oh, yeah, literally no thoughts, head empty. Only punch.
Knock him out.
Where was it? Right there. Yeah, I was shocked I hit him.
Gives one of his own.
Good
A little
split.
wrap up. And separated.
Gonna
again.
need you to get
Continuing.
loud for
Really
this
got
one.
40
Yeah, he's not
seconds
doing-
left.
I'm- yeah.
Halfway through the third. Oh, really nice. Step in.
Oh!
Two
Oh, he
shot.
hurt him. He's definitely hurt him. There's
I see
blood
some
at
blood.
face.
There's
Yeah.
blood after that shot.
Shocked they didn't call the fight there. By all means, genuinely toasted well. I think at this point in the fight we were like even. Once they see blood, they saw blood with Toph or Toph. I never. And they called the fight there. But they didn't call it here. I'm not saying as in like I should have won or he should have won. I would I would have been happy with a draw here. Actually even with a loss here. Like I would have been happy if they called it. Cuz like they should have. You know? No count there first off. Second off, it was like Toast stumbled. He wasn't okay. I was clearly not okay either. And it was like, yeah.
He hurt him. He's definitely hurt him. There's
I
blood
see some
at
blood.
Yeah, you saw the
There's blood
stagger,
after
the
that
blood.
shot.
Busted him open. 27
I was just
seconds.
wondering what the ref was
PointCrow's
up
gotta
to.
make something
Like
happen.
clearly
The
like
chessboard's looking bad, so the
Toast
break's
isn't
gotta
looking
Gotta
good,
rely
dude.
on that right hand.
I wasn't
And
looking
Toast
good.
grapples, hanging on for dear life. Time. We got blood on the nose.
They're taking a look at it. They're taking a look at it. Toast has to prove that he's able to keep fighting here. gonna rally here, pausing the clock. 13 seconds, let's get
That's so hype, dude. Dude, that's so hype.
It all comes down to this for PointCrow. 13 seconds.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, right hand lands for Toast.
I heard the 10 seconds. I remember that. Holy shit, I remember that. I remember Lud screaming 10 seconds remaining, and I was like, fucking go for it, you know?
Up against the ropes, another big shot lands for PointCrow.
And then we end up just like hugging it out here.
2, 1.
And it just turns into a hug.
Wow.
In the round, both damage for both players. PointCrow bloodying the nose of Toast, landing some big shots. Toast landing some of his own.
Moves and one gave away
This
2
is
points.
Next round.
Been happening. Nor be
Were those boos? What the fuck?
we've seen someone be and continue to fight.
Yep.
That was a good fight though.
I'm excited to see. You guys can watch this in multiple languages. Click the gear in the
That was like
Know how
It
this
was an
Starforce
audio
system
bug?
replays
Okay.
of that last
ridiculously
box.
good
Also,
fight.
Round 1, you gave to PointCrow. Round 2, you said even maybe
I
Toast
thought
favored
it
round.
was-
Break call here, Matt.
Yeah, I think because of the damage done to Toast with the bloody nose and the busier fighter being
All right, we're gonna move to the regular VOD here. What the fuck is happening with the audio? Give me a second.
Boxing round to be so important for PointCrow.
Right hand.
Keep fighting here.
best round.
Yeah.
The most damaged we've
Um,
seen someone be and continue to fight.
Yep.
You know, most of the audio was scuffed.
So
Okay.
I'm excited to see how this goes in the final round
But yeah,
of chess.
so
Let's
it's
take a look
like-
at the Starforge system replays of that last boxing round.
That was
Round
one of the
1, you
toughest
gave
things
to
that I've
PointCrow.
ever
Round 2, you said even maybe
done in
Toast
my
favored.
life.
Round 3, what's your call here, Matt?
I think what it was, looking at this now, is more like I won first fight. We were probably tied the second fight. I think I won that third fight
because
too.
of the damage done to Toast with the bloody nose.
Because of
and
the bloody
busier
nose.
fighter
No, it
being
wasn't even a bloody nose. I think it was just a cut lip, wasn't it?
PointCrow. I think he landed more punches. I think he.
I don't think
eked
I
out
actually
that
got
third
like
round,
a.
but it was close.
you know?
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Boom, big shot. That's where he bloodied.
Yeah,
that
and
right?
here's the thing.
Oh shit!
Boom, big shot.
Ref
That's
said Toast won the second. No, it was there was blood in
where
his
he
nose.
bloodied.
Really? They probably cleaned it up.
Levy, we don't want to talk about it just yet, but I think this chess might be
That
a
was
little bit
big.
more dubious than you think.
Yeah, I agree. The problem for PointCrow is that he's given up so much, and he's got some real difficulties getting his pieces out right now. He's going to probably have to rely more on the clock, which we have seen.
I don't remember this. I don't remember that happening. Oh, this is weird now. Pichu Freak, thanks for the 14 months. This is weird. I don't remember this. I don't remember getting like wiped out or anything.
Piece. And
This is
the
crazy
final
seeing.
round
This
of
isn't
the
me.
entire match.
Yo, Taffy, thanks for the 18 months. Yo, welcome back. How are you doing? Oh my God, it's been so long. It's been like 2 years. Hello.
Between these two, rather than 2 minutes on the chess clock, it will be 4 minutes.
Oh, look at him hugging it out. Look at that
Yeah.
show of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful right here. So emotional. I mean, putting yourself out there on the ring. Matt, tell me, is there anything like it?
Love the respect.
we were
love the
like, we're
sportsmanship. These two are
And this is me describing how much my head hurts. Because I was like, you hit hard. Because at this point, we're like done with boxing, right? So we can say whatever the fuck we want about boxing, like at all. Like we're just like we're good with it. So I'm like, you hit hard. I was like, I was
obviously
crazy.
great competitors, really going at it in the
I'm
ring.
trying to gasp
but
for air,
obviously
too.
Love each other. Big hugs there at the end
Yeah, you can see blood in his lip right here.
after the final boxing round, and now they're gonna duke it out.
He's so nice too. Like he's such a nice person. Like legitimately one of the nicest people I've ever met. And like the man can fight, right? The man knows how to capitalize on chess. And at the end of the day, spoilers, he won, right? And it's not like, PointCrow won in boxing, Toast won in chess. No. Toast won, right? Because that's part of the game of like I blundered super hard in that second round of chess or third round of chess. Whatever it was. I blundered like super badly in that I think that third round of chess. Because my head was like, because he did it. He hit me so hard that I forgot my own pieces.
Out with their brains on the board.
For Toast,
So regardless
the
of what
taste
it was,
blood in his mouth.
like-
I mean, seriously, when's the last time you played chess
like Toast
and you
deserves
were
this
bleeding
win
because of it?
100%.
After I watched
Like
Jervis
he pulled through mentally so much
Anyway,
more than
this is
I
our
could have.
Final round. It's the 7th round.
Like if
4
it
minutes
was swapped, like if it was swapped here, where Toast was dominating boxing and I was losing at chess here, like it would have been like a shootout, you know, literally. Soccer Mew, thanks for the 15 months.
to chess
And
will determine
oh my
a winner.
gosh, dead even on clock.
Like I think my hyper aggressiveness saved me. Yeah.
4-1-5.
You can see I'm also grasping my. So this is I'm concussed. I straight up concussed. Like at this point, you can because I'm grabbing my forehead here. This isn't like a light like leaning on. This is me like putting pressure on my fucking brain because it hurts.
2. Not dead.
You can see me like here. I'll rewind. You can see my stomach. I'm gasping for air
Oh
too.
my gosh, dead even on clock.
Right.
1-4-4,
Yeah.
1-5-2. Not dead even on the board, but
Me
does
Marie,
Toast
thanks for the
have
7 months.
Killer instinct. He's been in survival mode most of tonight, on the board and off.
And again, for everybody watching online and in person,
So right
stick around
here,
for the
right
end, 'cause
here,
we do have a surprise.
Yeah, right here is literally like I'm trying to win my clock. I was like, there's no way what I do right now. There's no way because I've lost all of my advantage. I'm trying to win by clock. So I start making real fast moves.
Cash App, that's
Robert
worth
Dog,
hanging
thanks
out
for the
as
28
we
months.
enter
Thank you.
The final
Welcome
round,
back.
Levy, tell me why it's so fucked.
So you see this. Like I start
It's
playing
very
speed chess
bad because
because I'm
one guy
down
has a
on
queen
time.
and the other guy doesn't. But does that guy know that he needs to use his queen?
Where they
Because
keep going if
PointCrow
you're
might
both
just
concussed?
stall and play quickly. He might
actually
be
genuinely don't
cerebral
know.
enough to
I
realize
think they should have
it's
called
not
it
so
earlier.
easy to use a queen, frankly.
But,
I mean, he's getting it in there, right? Like this.
Yeah,
there
it
we
is what
go.
it is.
Right, but it's also worth noting that he only wins if he checkmates or wins in time.
Yes, and if pawn takes pawn occurs, it's very close to over. The queen can come down all the way to b1. Okay, he does that. That's also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get there
But
slowly.
this
but
is
the
like
fact of the
low.
matter is
This isn't like we're both 650. This isn't like low level 650 chess. This is now 100s. Like this is 100 to 200 elo. All right, every hit was like 5 elo off of our brains.
it's a stalemate. It goes
How have you spent 2 hours talking about the event? Because I have so many thoughts about it. Because there's so many small little insights that I had during this that I don't think were captured, or that I don't think could have been captured. Small things that we said during chess, or like things that I was thinking during the
like
fight.
boxing
It's
decision,
really cool.
Yes.
Which Matt, tell me if I'm wrong.
There's a very bad chance we get this checkmate. That move
Yeah.
one on the board.
One.
Oh, and he's ran his king, but queen can take the rook. It's very close to loss.
I knew at this point
And
I'm
he does.
fucked. Ow.
And he
I knew
does.
at this
Toast
point
is
I'm
just moments
fucked
away
at chess.
from
So I
winning
need to
this
win
bout.
by time.
Again,
we
if a
have 2
stalemate
minutes
occurs,
total.
Matt, who will win in your
And the
mind?
queen can take that bishop, by the way.
That's
the
right.
queen can take everything.
It comes down to round 1 in boxing, which is
Yeah, so
scored
that bishop I
based on
just
significant
hanged
strikes.
because I'm
And
like
he
I have
takes
no idea.
everything. He's taken everything.
Everyone's popping off, but I'm nervous. Because if he takes all the pieces, it increases the chances of stalemate. Stalemate
Yes.
only occurs
Yes.
if there's no legal move that
Yes.
PointCrow can make while he's not in check.
Do not repeat the position 3 times. Don't repeat 3 times.
Repeat
I
it.
believe The way it works for this is that it only counts if they both agree.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
So right here, I'm not in check, but I know he's bringing down his rook here. So I'm like trying to genuinely just escape with my king, like all the way up here, just so I can like hang on the time. Because at this point, this is at this point, I am up on time. For the first time during the match, I am genuinely now up on time. I'm down all of my pieces, down 17 points as you can see. So I'm trying to literally run out the clock. That's the only chance I have of winning.
I wish that applies for my games. King moves up a little bit, and I think there's mate. Oh my gosh, both. This is textbook.
Coming in with the
So you can see here,
power.
you see that was my actual genuine mistake here. I think I could have ran a little bit more, seriously, and waste down the time if I didn't move that pawn because now I blocked in my king.
Yeah,
Rook
PointCrow-
comes-
Oh,
the
it's
final
made. It's
file.
made in a few moves.
Let's see if he's able to find it.
He's gonna walk his king to the edge of the board with
And at this point, I know it's mate. Like at this point, I know I'm
the
losing.
rook and the queen.
Yeah, rook b2.
All right, he does it with the
Oh.
queen.
Wait for it. Crowd's murmuring.
I see. The thing is like yeah.
In one on the board. There it is!
is
Toast!
That's our first checkmate of the night. A fucking amazing
And we were like,
main
dude, we
event.
were like, holy shit,
So
like,
much
man.
love to these
This
two
is where we're like,
fighters.
the only checkmate of the entire night at all was this one, the main event, which was huge. And we know it's all over. You know, we know it's over. We don't have to hit each other anymore. We don't have to do anything. Like we did our best with it. We went every single round. I think it's the third time because it went Chris Churdley's, it was Andrea, and Dina, and then it was us that went all the way, all 7 rounds. We lasted. We did it, you know? Like we made it through. And it was like out of all of this, like out of all of it, we did it. Like we made it.
PointCrow, give him some more love, everybody, as we kick it over to our ring announcer, Jerma, before our special Cash App surprise.
wow. That was
So I'll go through this
slobber
again
knocker, as they
a
say.
little bit more.
aggressive. Big brain.
Would you do a rematch? No.
Unbelievable, but
I will not be fighting again. The fact that I probably got a concussion 2 days before this, combined with the fact that I did get a concussion after this, like that is enough concussions for my life. I'm not going to do contact sports anymore. You know, like I'm done with that. I just cannot do it. Plus the fact that like if I did another one of these, like there's no way it could top like the fight I did with Toast. Like it was not only like one of the biggest, like the most insane fights of the entire event, but it was like I don't think I would want to do another fight with anyone but Toast too. Like his sportsmanship, the fact that we were both having like fun through it, and like just like we were on the same page so much, and it is just I wouldn't even want to do like I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it anything else. Like it's fucked me up. But it was a lot of fun.
end. Let's get the
Toast is
decision
dying
here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move this away.
I was scared too
go ahead and do it right now.
when they said that we were the main event. I was
Your
really nervous
winner.
because it was not only we were nervous for the fight itself, but I was nervous that it wouldn't be a fight worthy of the main event.
By checkmate.
That was really nice. So we talked a couple times beforehand. Toast's coach Quick. Like we talked before. It was like, hey, you know, like, hey, I saw your stuff that you've been doing with, like, I know some people that you're training right now for Creator Clash 2, which I cannot say. And like I know a whole bunch of like other things. You know, I was like, this is like bomb.com, dude. You're doing great. And the fact that he came up to me too during this, I was like upstanding.
By
kind of guy.
checkmate, disguised toast.
Let's hear it, everyone. What an incredible fight. So back and forth. Toast coming out on top.
We're dead here.
That was amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
That was
And so we talk here, dude. It's like I'm laughing and I'm remembering this, dude. It's like you know, it's like we're both like we're both looking at each other. We're like, dude, we're fucked. Like we're screwed.
sport encapsulated.
I was like, my head hurts, and he's like,
Effort
fuck,
by
I'm
both
fucked.
fighters. Obviously, a lot of love and respect between the two. Oh my God. What a main event.
I don't remember, dude.
Show tonight. Let's talk to the competitors.
So I'm still on adrenaline here.
Toast, I want to start with you. How do you feel, man? Talk about the emotions
I don't even
here.
know what he said.
A lot going on. Mostly the pain in my head. But huge thank you to my opponent, Eric. What a champion. What a fighter.
We were stringing together words, man.
Humble in victory. Eric, what do you have to say?
Dude, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I would have never, ever done it with any other person except for Toast. Mad respect to that guy. He's a real one. So small thing here too. Normally you'd see Lud take the mic away at this point, but he keeps it there. And the reason why is because beforehand, before all of this happened, he talked to me, and he was like, Eric, I want you to do something. This bit was planned. This next bit was planned. He's like, Eric, I want you to do something. After your fight, whoever wins, I would like you, if you win, to basically be like, why aren't you fighting in your own event? You know, why aren't you doing that? I'm surprised I remembered. He's like, you know, but he was like, you know, he's like, you know, so then they can usher in for a special other person, you know, other slap boxing, right? As a surprise round. Was it? I don't know if it's like, he talked about this on stream. Did he say everything about it? Like, because it was him versus it was him versus Connor. Did he say anything about that? I just want to ask. The Lud clip in mod chat. Okay. You said yeah. Right, you guys are saying yes, but what was it? Because there was something else. Connor. Okay. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It was supposed to be XQC. I don't want to like put that on in the internet if we didn't, you know, no one knew. But yeah, so basically he's like, the winner would like, you know, lead off to it, and he's like, oh, it'd be against XQC. And I was like, oh, that's sick. That's such a good idea. And I was like, that's fantastic. It's such a good like cap off to the event. And then I mentioned this. We're like 2 hours before the first fight. And I talked, or like 1 hour before the first fight. And I was like, oh, dude, I'd actually like to see XQC, because I've met him a couple times. I don't know if he remembers me or anything. But I was like, I'd like to. I was like, oh, so like, where is he? Wrong question to ask. Wrong question. Because Lud's like, oh, I don't know. We're still trying to find him. I don't think he's here yet. I was like, so it didn't register in my mind, like what that like entailed, but I realize now that that was like, one, the wrong question to ask, and two, foreshadowing. Yeah. So anyways, that was so he's holding the microphone towards me, and the reason being is because I think he said it on his stream. Let me bring up that clip. I think my mod sent it. Yes.
Okay. So my entire idea was that I had this surprise slap boxing event that I was going to bring out at the very end of this event, and it was going to shock everybody. And the way that I thought that I would transition into slap boxing was I was going to have the winner of this fight in their interview ask me, hey, why didn't you get hit? And I told this idea to PointCrow, and he's like, I love it. If I win, I'll 100% do it.
I said when I win, by the way. I didn't say if. You gotta put that energy into the world.
And then I didn't see Toast for the rest of the day. And then the event started. So I was like, oh. And so when the fight ended, you're going to see me hold the microphone out for PointCrow for way longer than I should, because I'm hoping he'll remember our conversation.
Yeah. So that was the thing behind that, of like he just did it like, so he held it out a little bit too, where is it? Here it is. A little bit too long. And I realized that he's wanting me to tee it up. Oh my God. That was great. Yeah.
You guys were fucking amazing. It was awesome to see you in the ring. I'm glad it wasn't me, but you guys did fucking.
So that was the tee up. And I like, when I heard that, I was like, oh shit. He didn't talk to Toast about this. I was like, he's either determined that Toast is feeling too bad to do it, or he just didn't talk to Toast. So it's like, you see this realization of like, oh,
amazing.
Yeah. Why didn't you fight? This is your event.
I would, but I have a chest hole. Plus, I haven't trained boxing. I had to commentate. I'm tired. Ludwig, hold
So
on.
you see I'm doing crowd work here. Despite the fact that I feel like shit. Right? I'm tired. I'm beat up. I just lost. I feel like absolute garbo, right? And I'm like, this is like, I was like, I gotta pull out. It's just this one last thing, you know? I was like, for the content. For the content.
Wait. Hold on a second right now. Just give me one moment,
And
please.
you can see I drop it right there. They cut away
Mogul
right there. And then I'm just like, fuck.
Boxing
And so Toast is looking around, and he's like, I want a chair.
championship. Yeah, so what? Who gives a shit about the name? I made it up yesterday. You don't think that Ludwig should probably fight tonight?
What?
Yeah. No. Hold on a minute. Do you?
Yeah, so this was, right? So we're now and we're dead. So we didn't know what to do. No one's like doing anything. Our coaches are just chilling here, being like, all right, what's going on? Eventually we get like, we should probably go. When they're like, they bring down the whole like slap boxing thing, like down the way over here. And then we're kind of like, oh, we should probably like leave, you know? Yeah, Toast probably didn't know what was happening. At this point, I'm going down the rabbit hole. The adrenaline is like wearing off. Like quickly. I don't know if they showed it or anything. I don't think they did. But when we were going like out, like it's a bunch of different drops. And when I get like down to here, I just wasn't really. I was able to stand, but like I had to make my way all the way around the stadium to the locker room, and I was not. So then my coach is like, so Ricky's like one hand over, and then Abby like runs through like security basically, and she's we know the production crew too, JK Productions who put this on, and so she sees one of the guys from JK Productions, and she was like, let me in, and then he's like, yeah, and she dives in and grabs the other arm, and then we like make our way over. Because she was like Abby knows me best. She knows me more than I do sometimes. Because I was probably like, I don't feel so well, but I'm probably okay. She saw me, and she was like, that man is not good. Like, she's like, that guy is not like okay right now. So let me show you a little bit of the after. I'll show you what I can. I don't want to show too much because, you know. But let me see if I can find. Yeah. Okay. So here is in the locker room, right? I'm not going to play all of it because it's actually kind of long. But they're like doing a full, like, you know, I'm dying. Like my brain, like my head is red. Everything else, like we have like the full team out, of like, all of the, what are they called again? It's like a 3-letter word. EMTs. Who's Abby? Abby's my manager and roommate and best friend. So they brought out the EMTs, the doctors and everything. Well, they brought out the EMTs first, and we were like, for both Toast and I, and we were like dying. Like we get in the locker room and we're just like my brain is splitting. Genuinely, like I was sat down and like hands on my head, basically attempting to rip my brain out of my skull, because that's how much it hurt. Because not only did I have a concussion, but I had a lack of oxygen to my brain because, you know, I was like not catching my breath well. So I was like, you know, a little like I was like literally like trying to rip my brain out. And Toast was too. I was just a little bit more loud about it. We were both fucked up. I was just complaining more. Because that's just my personality. But he was not doing well either. And so the EMTs were there and they were like, "Where's the doctor?" And me thinking, I was like, "You guys aren't doctors?" I was like, "You're EMTs," which is great. But I was like, "Isn't the doctor supposed to be here too?" The fuck? So they had to go and grab the doctor to make sure and give us like a diagnosis, because so we were like fucked basically. Yeah, you can see here. Oh, I skipped it, but you can see here I'm like grabbing my brain. Like my head is like my hand is through my skull. Like I'm trying to rip out what lies in the bowl. What 2 brain cells are left, and take them out. So yeah. So basically, we were the only 2 in the event that were diagnosed with a concussion. There was probably more that, happened, because, you saw, but we were the only ones who were genuinely diagnosed. So we both we laughed at it because we were like, that's hilarious. We went so hard that that happened. Yeah. They said that I couldn't make any big decisions for the next 5 to 10 days. And I had to stay up for 6 hours afterwards. Here's another thing too, for those small doctors in chat, who are, I felt like puking this entire time. I stood up, I went to the bathroom, I almost puked. And that's one thing. If you puke when you have a concussion, you go to the ER. You go to the ER. So I was right at that edge, right there. So that's why there's this trash can, right here. You can't see my cursor, but you see to the left right here, like right there. That's why there's this trash can here. Cause I was like, bring me a trash can. I'm going to puke. So they told me I can't make any big decisions for the next 5 to 10 days. And, that I need to stay up for 6 hours, because if I felt like I was going to go to sleep, like if my brain's like, go to bed, then ER, right? If you puke, ER. So, that's basically why. So it's like 9 p.m. So naturally you do want to go to bed in like 3-ish hours, maybe. So we ended up going back. I'll tell you this fun story. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, chat. I gotta go pee, but I'll tell you about like my thoughts on sort of like the drive back, my overall, like my immediate stuff that happened afterwards, because there's some really fun stuff, and then why I haven't streamed for a week. So give me a second. Give me like 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Yo. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so real quick. So let me talk about the ride back and everything. So Right back and all. So okay, actually, we got out. I started being better after this, and I want to say so. The oh, how do I put this? I wanted to see people, right? I wanted to like see people that watched my fight because so many people showed up. So many of my friends were there, and I would feel bad if I didn't see them after my fight. So there was a little small after party for VIPs and content creators. I ended up meeting some really cool people. Like, I ended up talking to Germa some more. I met Jacksepticeye guy. He was incredibly nice. One of the nicer people that I've ever met. And among like, I saw Ethan again. Jarvis was there. Alpharad, super nice that he came out to show. Same thing with Joe. I saw Joe, Schniffy. So it was really cool. It was really fun. Let's see. And so many others. But yeah, so we ended up splitting. We ended up splitting, and we went back to Adam's car, and we started leaving. And I made it like a point. I was like, I don't want to see any comments. I don't want to see any comments. I don't want to read anything about my fight at all, because I knew that I was expecting like every other mainstream thing that I've ever done. Right? I've always like what's always happened is like I do something big, and then someone else will come along and be like, this other creator would have done it better. Unrelated. And we all know the same creator that did. Happens still. I just don't talk about it anymore. It's increased strangely over the past couple months. But it's just like a thing. You know, people take them and me, and then they're like, they could have done it better. You should have fought them. You're not as good as them. All that stuff. And so I was like, I don't want to see that. I did fucking fantastic. I did better than I thought. I put my ass out there, and I worked hard for 5 straight months. I'm not not going to let that rain on my parade. So I was like, I don't want to see anything. So I was in the car with Adam, and I was in the car with Adam, and he was. I asked him. I was like, "How's, what do people think about the fight?" And he was like, "Dude, every single person who watched that thought it was one of the best fights they've seen." And I was like, "Is there is everyone?" He's like, "No, like they're like, dude, that was like amazing. Like you and Toast, like good job." And he proceeded to tell me like just what it was, and I started tearing up. I started crying in the car, because it was like the first time in years that I did something that was this monumental, and I wasn't put in a box. No, I'm serious. Like I'm dead serious. It was the first time in years that I wasn't told to go sit in that corner because I think you should sit in that corner. Or it was the first time that somebody wasn't like, oh, blank person could have done it better. The fuck are you doing? Or like, I wish someone else did this. Or anything else. And it's sad that is something that I have to deal with and I have to live with. And it probably will continue as long as, but I cried. That was like, that meant so much to me. Just the outpour of like just support behind the fight. So yeah, that was It was great, man. One of the top moments of my life. So yeah, we ended up going back to my flat, and it was Adam, Nance, and Abby, and we just sat down. Don't listen to all of them if it's filled with people who will always be against you. No, it's there's like a general level of hate that everybody gets, and like it's unfortunate, but it happens. But there's the general level, and then there's the level that I get for existing by having content similar to that of another person who fosters a community of people who aren't the nicest. A very toxic community. So I also have to deal with that. So I wouldn't say these things if it wasn't something extra. I can deal with that baseline of like, PointCrow, you're boring. That's whatever. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I tried my best, and well, it's not for you. But then there's that other line of that I have to deal with. Anyways, so we get back to my apartment and everything, and it was Nance, Adam, and Abby, and they sat down with me for the rest of the 6 hours. We stayed up until 3 a.m. We stayed up till 3 a.m. Just chatted about the fight, about life, and everything. They kept me up because every now and then I'd start dozing off because it's like fucking like 1, 2 a.m. You know, and they'd change the conversation, just keep me up. Keep me up. You talked to Churdleys? I did. Yeah, I talked to all the fighters. Everyone was incredibly nice. Churdleys was like wild behind the scenes. It's a bit, but it's also not a bit. It's weird. But he was very nice. So we chilled and turned off the lights. For the next like 2 days, what would happen is I would be sitting on the couch. I could watch TV in like some spurts. So I wasn't like bored. But for the next couple days, what would happen is I would like, I would have all the lights off, and then like Abby would like hang out with some people, and like she was hanging out with like Jarvis and Pei, and Adam, and then like they would come back to our apartment, and like they would chill with me, with all the lights off, like it was super nice that like people would come over and like hang out with me in the dark because my brain hurt and they still wanted to hang out with me. So it was pretty cool. And I got better, right? I got better. And then like Wednesday hit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stream on Wednesday. It's been enough time. And I wake up on Wednesday and I feel like shit. I don't feel good at all. I end up going onto the couch, and I'm like, I talk with Abby for a bit. I eat like a couple bites of soup, some acetaminophen and everything, for the head, and then I puke. I just let it rip, because I was ready. I was like, I can't wait to stream, and that's like not good, because you should not puke while you have a concussion. Like, it's just like, first off, dehydrates you. Second off, we're like, is that like concerning? So we end up calling. I end up calling my doctor, and I was like, hey, am I fucked? And my doctor's like, okay, so considering the symptoms that you have, no, you are not going to, you don't need to go to the ER or anything. You are fucked, but not in the case that it's like what you're thinking. I had a stomach virus. It's sort of like food poisoning, probably. It could have been one of three things. Seriously. One, I DoorDashed oysters like 2 days before. But the reason why I don't really think it was the oysters was because it was 2 days before. It would like appear like the day afterwards. Don't say bro, all right? It was a treat, okay? There was a 50-50 chance I'd get food poisoning, and I took it. But it was one of three. It was like two. It was like, oh God, fucking damn it. It was 2 days before this. So I ended up doing that, and then the day afterwards I had lettuce, and there was like a lettuce like romaine lettuce recall like recently too. So that was a thing, and then the third thing was like oh, what was the third thing? I can't remember. But there was another thing. It was like it was one of three things, two of which I remember. So I was like, fuck. I started throwing up. I felt like shit. I couldn't keep food down, and I just stayed home. So I started feeling better again and again. Until Friday. And I was supposed to stream on Friday. I had a sponsored stream. And for those who were astute and follow my Instagram, can't say that on Twitter. For those who were astute and follow my Instagram, you saw an Instagram story of me promoting a stream I was supposed to do for Pop-Tarts. Because I was contracted to do a stream for Pop-Tarts. I was actually really excited about it. It's the crazy good and all that. We were supposed to do a Fall Guys event with a bunch of other creators like Sweet Tails and like Somerset, and it was going to be fantastic. I was on Team Strawberry because strawberry Pop-Tarts are the best. So I ended up like waking up that morning and puking again beforehand, and so I was like not in good conscience. I was like. I felt really bad because it was like 45 minutes before the actual start time where we called it. We were like, we can't, like, I'm going to be losing, like, where we call it. I was like, I can't go live for like 2 hours. And then afterwards, continue going live because I also promised to do Alpha Rad's Mario Party Summit after that. So it was like, I felt bad because I had to cancel on the sponsor. And if Pop-Tarts, if you're seeing this, like, would love to get a sponsor with you again. I understand if not, because I did, unfortunately, cancel really fast. They definitely understood. They were super nice about it. They're like, man, it happens, you know. We understand that you had a concussion and all. I feel incredibly bad about it. Would love to do another thing with Pop-Tarts. And then I feel even more bad about canceling on Jacob Alpharad because I canceled on him initially because of the Pop-Tart stuff. And the Pop-Tart stuff moved. And I was like, okay, I can do Pop-Tarts and I can do the Alpharad stuff. And then 45 minutes before the Pop-Tarts thing, I had to cancel on both. And so I felt really, really bad because I never flake on things. And I stand by that. The only time I flake on things is for like mental health. I'm sorry. Not even mental health issues. The only thing I genuinely flake on are, like, physical health issues. Like, if I cannot physically stream, then I have to cancel. And I, like, keep that. I keep that because I don't want to end up like an XQC where it's like you have a 50% chance of, you know, even showing up. And that is, like, a call-out. Like, I want to be better than that. So I felt really bad about both of those things. So then afterwards, I was like pretty much okay on like Saturday, pretty much. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Avatar 2. And then Abby was like, the fuck you are? You stay down on the couch, right? You got to make extra sure that you are okay before you go live again on Sunday. You're doing goddamn nothing until. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense, you know. So... yeah, that was basically why I haven't streamed in a week, because I had to deal with a mild concussion combined with food poisoning, stomach virus afterwards, which made the concussion worse, by the way. Like you are dehydrated, you're puking up your guts, things suck, and then your head hurts because you can't keep down food. It's considered a mild concussion. It was considered a mild concussion because I didn't puke. That would have been a major concussion. I don't know. They said concussion. It could have been worse. Could have been worse, right? That was the worst physical health week of your life. Probably. Would not. You know what? If there's anybody out there trying to, don't get a concussion. I don't know why you would want to, but don't do it. It sucks. It really sucks. So anyways, that was the whole story of the boxing stuff. It took way longer to tell than I thought it would. Thanks for listening. I thought it would take like an hour and a half. Turns out we've been live for 3 hours. But yeah, that was the whole event. I will take questions. If you have questions, I will take them. Hi, Mom. Are you coming home over for dinner? It's ready. That early? Yeah, I'll be over for dinner. You might have to give me like an hour and a half if that's okay, Mom. I'm gonna wrap up stream. We're gonna take some questions and everything if that's fine. And then I'll head over for some dinner. Oh yeah, my mom and dad came over and funny. I'm not gonna put her on blast, but I think it's funny. My mom and dad came over while I had my stomach stuff. I think it was on Friday, and she brought soup, some like her homemade chicken noodle soup. It was chicken soup with rice. Fantastic. One of the best chicken soups you can ever have in your life, and I stand by that. But she didn't bring like a thing of it. My God, she brought a cardboard box filled with little prepared vials of soup. I have not gone through half of it. It's not even close. This is the containers of soup. Just filled. So it was great. It was great. Yeah, we're saving it. I've been slowly making my way through it. But yeah, chat. If you have questions, I'll take some questions if you have any. Just so then tomorrow I can like go live stream. Stream some Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry I didn't get to some Pokemon today. I thought I was going to. But I'll take any questions if you have any about boxing. So best Pop-Tart flavor. It's not about boxing, but I will say strawberry. Are you okay? I'm okay now. I am okay now. I'm doing well. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of time for like Q4 videos, so there's not going to be as many videos as I'd like that we'd be pumping out. But you know, I'm glad you liked it. What did Mom Crow think of you boxing? She was like, no, don't do that. That's not a good idea. And I was like, yeah. She wasn't a fan of it. That'll be in the video that we release about this. We're making a full video. Would you do it again? No. One-time thing. I generally don't like really do things over and over and over again because I like to stay variety. But also, the fact that I pretty much got 2 concussions within a week means that I'm probably saying no to contact or combat sports for the rest of my life. You know, yeah, I'll probably still go to fights. Like I think Ludwig was floating around a second chess boxing event, and I'd probably still go to Creative Clash too. Like I'd go there. I probably just won't fight in it. I think I put up a really good battle. You know, so. Have you and Toast talked after all of this? Would you two do a video in the future together? I can't read that. Jesus. We haven't really talked after this. We just like a thing on Twitter or whatever. He like friend requested me on Discord, which was nice. I'm just giving my own time of like I need to like, you know. But yeah, he mentioned that like he'd love to do something with me in the future, and I already have some like ideas of anything, you know. Did your sub count go up significantly after the fight? Good question. It did, but not as much as you would think. So I will give you a fun stat. It's a crazy stat, but on my YouTube channel, I get about 1,000 subscribers a day. That's just baseline. Like if I don't upload for like a week, I get still like about 1,000 subscribers a day, which is awesome, and it's really cool that a lot of people support that. Let me show you this. This is the graph of it's flipped. But that's the graph of the subscribers that I got just for the fight, which was, I'd say, a net of like 5,000 subscribers, which is a decent amount. It's not bad. It's not bad. A day? Yeah, it's about 1,000 a day. The YouTube channel is a lot bigger than I think all of us think, including me. Let me show you this. The YouTube channel has 231 million views. So 1,000 a day is actually not as high as it should be. Did you wear the shirt on purpose that night? So I wasn't going to. I was actually going to wear a sweatshirt that matched my blue aesthetic, as you can see here. I was going to wear a blue sweatshirt. But in looking for blue sweatshirt, I found the shirt, and I was like, this is so much better as a bit. Like, it was just, like, so much more valuable. I was like, it's just funny. And then I got this. I read your guys, like, if you tweet at me, there is a 95% chance I've seen that tweet. Kid you not. My readability on Twitter is ridiculous for some reason. But I saw this. Can't predict PointCrow's strats, but can't predict his shirt choice. They wore the shirt. There's no fucking way. These guys wore the shirt. Like, genuinely based. So hey, if you want to reach out, if you want to talk with other people who like PointCrow stuff, Twitter's like a great place, right? Well, Twitter was a great place. We will see going into the future if Twitter will remain. It can be a great place. Twitter is currently falling apart. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Twitter now, if you tweet out a link that leads to Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, or a couple other places, like link trees and stuff, then they will ban you. So, I will consider what's a good platform for the community to hang out on besides Discord. I'd say probably like what, Reddit? Probably Reddit. Why not Discord? Oh, because Discord's already a really awesome place for a lot of people to hang out. Tumblr. All right, shut the fuck up. Yeah, the subreddit's been popping off. I might go through the subreddit tomorrow at the beginning of stream. You said your training was 90% boxing, 10% chess. Why did you focus that little on chess? Because I knew that boxing was more fun. I'll be straight up with you. Boxing was more fun. I didn't really think about chess too much. I thought that if I won in chess, it would be so much more boring to win in chess than lose in boxing. Like, it was like win in boxing would be sick. Lose in boxing, but as long as I put up a good fight, it'd be great. And then win in chess. And then lose in chess. And I would say that I was like in that like I lost in boxing, but I won in boxing, but I lost the whole thing. So it was like it was pretty good. So I'm happy the way I did it, you know. 1.5 hours from now, you'll be here or leave your place? That's a great question, Mom, and I will let you know when I stop going live. I will let you know. I gotta talk to Abby. I noticed you had your opening down packed. Well, it's just a standard, like, 4 nights opening. You know, or 2 nights opening. Whatever you want to call it. It's like a classic. Did you start sparring right away, or did you train by yourself with a partner before actually sparring? So anyone who spars right away is, like, insane. You got to learn how to do it before you go into fire. So I did mitts for a long time, and then, like, 2-ish months into it, I would start sparring. So that's yeah, that's basically what it is. I didn't spar right away, but I sparred with like my coach for the majority of it, and then I wish I sparred more with Hugs, but I'm also kind of glad I didn't, because I probably would have been in worse shape. How did being in front of the audience impact your mindset in the ring? It didn't really. Like, you kind of tunnel vision. You know? You kind of tunnel vision. Would you recommend boxing? Yeah! It's fun, and I'll probably continue boxing after this. Now, I know what you're going to say. PointCrow, didn't you just say you weren't going to? That is also true. They can both be true. So, I probably won't, like, spar. I probably won't fight again. I probably won't spar again. I probably won't fight again. I probably won't, like, continue battling, I guess, you know, fighting. It's not going to happen. But it's really good exercise. And I like my coach a lot. He's a great friend. And I think I might still, like, box, but, like, mitt work or, like, on, like, the bag and everything. Just keep working out. Because it also gets me up in the morning. I was training really, really hard, and at the very end, it was, like, unsustainable training, where it's, like I can't keep it with, like, YouTube and Twitch. But, like, in the early days, when I'd go, like, 2, 3... Well, when I'd go, like, 3 days a week, I'd probably go 2 days a week now. It was, like, nice. Audrey, thanks for the gift sub. How was your nerves, mental state before then? Oh, all a wreck. That was a wreck. I was a wreck, but I had to keep it together because strangely they did have us all in the same locker room. Like until like a couple hours before, until like an hour, 30 minutes before our fight, then they would separate us. So like you're kind of like trying to keep it together in front of your opponent is a weird decision, but what was your least favorite part? The concussion. You pet Turtley's possum. I did not. I don't think they had the possum in the locker room. But they had like his entire entourage was in the locker room, and it was kind of disturbing to everyone because like it was like Myth's coach was like getting mad at like Turtley's team. I wouldn't say getting mad, but like being like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Because Turtley's team was like just being rambunctious. They were like shotgunning beers and everything like in the locker room. And like it was like me, Toast, like Myth, and like one or two others just like sitting down like pretty serious of like all right, like this is about to happen. This is about to happen. And like they're like disturbing the peace in some way. And so they kind of like just like he was like, all right, come on, like Myth, like we're up and like we're going up and we're going, like we can't deal with this. There was a lot of interaction in that locker room. Like I remember, I could probably say this. I don't know, dude. There was weird bits going on. Like there were bits going on like during like the actual match and everything. But like they would run bits when the cameras were off. Like, they were all just, like, a group of friends together. Which is great. It's awesome. But, like, they would run bits off camera. I'd just be like, what is happening right now? So. When did you end up reading, watching the event? How many people reacted to it? And how people reacted to it? Oh, so this was my first time watching my own fight back. But, I ended up, reading and seeing how people reacted to it like about like 2 days afterwards, I want to say. So it was pretty good though. I was pretty happy with it. So all right, I think that's gonna be it then. I thought I'll be honest with you guys, I thought I was going to stream some more Pokemon than I ended up actually doing. I will be live tomorrow with Pokemon all day. I'm gonna be live with Pokemon all day tomorrow. Sorry that I didn't go live with Pokemon today. I'm gonna go see my mom, and then my sister as well, and family, because you know that's valuable to me. I wish I could stream longer, but you know. So I will be streaming along tomorrow. And yeah. Desert Yoshi, thanks for the 2 years. Thank you so much. Swayu Kip, thanks for the tier 1. And Honey Soup, thanks for the 7. So I think that might be it. There might be something I'm missing. Oh, PointCrow Party video's out. I don't think I was able to promote that at all on stream. But the PointCrow Party video is out. We had an auction for the PointCrow Party props on PointCrow.shop. There's some PointCrow... Let me see. There should be some PointCrow Party... Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There's my wife left me merch. If you wanted it. On PointCrow.shop, if the mods want to put the link in chat. If you want to buy it, it's pretty cheap. It's $23 and $26, considering for merch. Yeah, PointCrow Party video is out if you want to watch that while you're there. And yeah, I think that would be it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be live all day tomorrow, trying to finish off Pokemon Violet, but my Pokemon randomly evolve. I'm extending this delay. I'm extending this goodbye because I don't want to leave. Because I really enjoyed streaming and talking to you guys. I don't really ever do... I'll say this for one last time. I don't really ever do story times on my channel because they're not popular on my channel, and I gotta think about that. But I think I might dive more into non-video gaming stuff in the future. One of the big reasons being is because something like Breath of the Wild, it's hard for me to make content about it now. Not because, well, two different things. Well, yeah, it's hard for me to make content about it because I don't enjoy it as much as I used to for Breath of the Wild. I really like Pokemon stuff now. I really like Pokemon stuff. Plus, like, you know, the chat of Breath of the Wild, it's a different vibe than what I like. I'm going on a small rant here. It's a different vibe than what I like. Like, the Pokemon streams, actually ridiculously fun. When we're doing, like, this gym of mine, like the gym one, or, like, the Scarlet Violet stuff, like, with TTS, it's just, like, fantastic. Like, I loved it. The Elden Ring vibes were amazing. And then I did a Breath of the Wild stream recently, and it wasn't bad, you know, and everything. It wasn't, like, awful. Like, I really still enjoyed it. But it was just different vibes, and it wasn't... It wasn't, like, where I wanted to, like, continue going, I guess. So there's probably going to be less Breath of the Wild stuff, and I hope that's okay with you guys. I've been trying really hard on making all my other stuff better than before, like PointCrow Party and Battleship in real life and everything. And despite the fact that they may not have performed as much as I would have liked to, it's something I really love putting my heart and soul into. So, still excited for Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, I'll play the shit out of that. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I'll play Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I'll make some insane content with that. It's just like, I gotta chill, man. You know. So, all right, I'm gonna go. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here, and I'll be here tomorrow.